welcome to the party.
Yeah.
You must die.
Surprise is actually a bris. Your bris. Get over here so I can snip your schlong.
No.
Welcome to Judaism.
Shalom. And happy Hanukkah.
Walk into the ball of fire.
You must die.
Hey, did you guys know that Jews were actually persecuted against in Russia because the Russians thought that they had like a magical fruit that they ate to keep them from becoming alcoholics?
You know what? It's as stupid a reason as any culture has to persecute the Jews and all on. Why is it always the Jews? What did the Jews do?
Here's the thing. They were the bankers.
Stop being so successful, Jewish people.
Yeah, God.
No, here's the thing. I can actually explain that a little bit. I looked into this once. What was it? Basically, in a lot of religions, basically, like if you lent somebody money, you couldn't ask for like anything extra in return. Now, granted, that didn't stop people from doing that. Like, basically, you couldn't have interest. But that didn't stop people. You know, it would be like, oh, you know, like, oh, you pay back like a little gift or like a little, you know, like, it didn't stop people from doing it. But like, no one could like legally go around like charging interest on stuff, except in Judaism, where there wasn't anything explicitly forbidding it. So a lot of the banks started being run by Jewish people because they could charge interest. They could basically act like a bank. So naturally, they came into money, and come on, who doesn't want to blame the people with all the money when?
Okay, so you're telling me that without Judaism, there wouldn't be interest?
No, I'm saying without Judaism, the bank system would probably be like 500 years, like pushed back. Like our banking systems would not be nearly as complex, probably. No, they would have eventually have existed. Just no, yeah, it's just the Jewish people.
If it wasn't
just
Jews, it'd be somebody else.
Yeah. Jews just were the first people to start because their religion didn't scorn them for it.
Oh, Denmark's coming.
Oh, she is?
I got a Facebook message from her.
Oh, what'd she say? Did she?
Having an allergic reaction or something, she'll be right on.
Okay, so we were all right. It was allergic reaction.
Well, as far as she knows,
Exactly what
yes.
I said. Like, lip swelling isn't something that your body does on its own unless you are actually in the process of dying.
Wait, you said as far as you know. That means you do know. Haha. Logic.
I may have poisoned Denmark, but hey, let's not argue.
Damn it, he used the poison ivy. I knew it.
I knew he looked too good.
You ridiculed me, but it was all a facade.
I actually
I replaced all of her tea leaves with poison ivy. It's true.
Like, I actually didn't go to work today. I drove all the way down to the cities to say hi to Denmark, and I was like, hey, Denmark, it's me, Mason, from D&D, and then I, like, hid my palm full of, like, fucking poison ivy leaves so I could slap her upside the face with them.
Rude.
Hey, could you
hate it when that happens?
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Don't you hate it when Mason shows up when Mason just shows up at your door with a palm full of tea leaves and slaps you?
You could have stopped
hate it when you're at work minding your own business and one of your D&D buddies who lives on the other side of the state shows up and just smacks you with poison ivy and leaves?
Don't you hate it when you're minding your own business and all of a sudden Mason like dive bombs through your sliding glass window and shoves a bunch of poison ivy leaves down your throat?
Don't you hate it when you go to your dentist and he stuffs a jar of bees into your mouth?
And then you look up
and see that your dentist is actually Nicolas Cage, but it's not actually Nicolas Cage, it's John Travolta pretending to be Nicolas Cage, pretending to be John Travolta.
Why would I hate that?
Okay, so there's my new stunning strike.
Oh, here we go.
Oh shit, it actually doesn't show it. Fuck.
Good joke.
Shit, hold on.
Comedy.
Who else but Mason?
Can I just say, I love these like pre-game banter sessions that we have so much.
Considering they almost always are.
There we go.
I wonder if the fans like it.
Okay, that was a good one.
It's good.
All right.
I'm almost thinking of keeping that one.
I'm giving you inspiration just for that joke. Congrats.
Thanks,
I'm glad you
Peace.
haven't forgotten about
I would have had no
inspiration,
idea that it was low. I turned my
You know it's a good
WoW
joke
guildies
when the
down
fucking DM gives you
when-
inspiration for it.
when I raid, so it's not as obnoxious.
Right. Anyway, that was a good one. That was a really good one, Mason.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Don't you hate it when a fucking 200-pound monk just like raids your fucking castle and shoves your guards' faces full of poison ivy?
Oh man, that's the worst.
Don't you hate it when you're making love to two women at once, but all of a sudden the two women become Mar and I become Fergus, and Fergus just punches Mar in the throat?
What? Oh my!
Oh god, that's gonna be a thing now, isn't it? His poison ivy technique.
God no.
You know what? Yeah, that's gonna be like my martial arts style.
No,
That's just gonna be the flavor.
No, like what was it? His hands have like a permanent bark skin enchantment, so he can just hold poison ivy with no consequence, and just boom, bam, bing, bam.
Secret ivy skin technique.
Super fist of the poison ivy.
Yeah, anytime an opponent lands a strike against me, they have disadvantage on their next attack, period. Because they're too busy scratching themselves.
Crouching tiger, irritated epidermis.
It burns.
Alright. So, I'm back from the dead, we're doing things and stuff.
We're giving Denmark a moment.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
But yes,
So
because apparently she is showing up, which is cool.
Hooray! I don't know. I tweeted out like the link to my stream if you guys wanted to retweet it or share it.
I could do
or
that.
anything.
I don't have a whole lot of followers, but
I don't have a Twitter account.
I also don't really have anyone that follows me.
how many people follow me? 19 people.
How many of those are people who just like follow a billion people? And, like they have like 100, and how many of those are bots? How many of them look like fembots?
None.
it's like a radiator.
Do you actually still do you post stuff on your Twitter?
Yeah, every so often. Nothing recent because I haven't been online, obviously, but
See, I like actually post nothing. If I accidentally like click on a liked thing, I make sure to remove it. Basically, mine is exclusive just to like get a couple of updates, and that's basically it. I'm actually just so boring. Fuck Twitter.
Hey, did you know that pigeons die after they have sex?
I mean, don't you?
don't you hate it when you have sex with a pigeon and then you just die?
Or a praying mantis, for that matter.
Or some species of spider.
Or some species of human.
I mean, bruh, it's not sex if you have to go to the morgue, like, right after.
No, it's sex.
What
It's
is
just
that?
really good sex.
Or really bad sex.
I mean, how would you know? You're not alive to care.
Yeah, what's the saying? Sex is a lot like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good. And see, I used to legitimately believe that until the fucking Swedes ruined pizza forever by making, like, mayo and pea pizza.
Okay,
Or
that
fucking
is-
banana pizza.
that mayo and pea pizza is perhaps the single most arbitrary thing having nothing to do with me that I've never encountered before that I've ever felt personally insulted by.
Yeah, and then there's, like, fucking banana pizza. Like, no,
God.
you keep...
I would literally rather eat banana pizza than
Yeah.
pea and mayonnaise
No, I
pizza.
think depending
Okay,
on the
see,
sauce,
the-
banana pizza can be good.
Mayonnaise pizza.
Here's the thing, though. They're both terrible.
Yes, but one is
Because
considerably
both of
more
those-
terrible.
Both of those things are things that Swedes did to pizza.
Do I have to get the stupid fucking picture of the Chick-fil-A sauce covered?
I think we should take all the pizza in Sweden
And
and
push them somewhere
push it
else.
somewhere else.
Okay, but see, then someone else has to deal with Sweden's pizza.
No, Sweden doesn't get pizza.
I don't want the responsibility of dealing with Sweden's
No, here's what we do.
pizza.
We push them towards the pizza police and they get arrested.
But someone still has to deal with their pizza.
No, we can
Like,
we can
no, pushing-
we can just
pushing-
leave.
we can
We can
rebuild the
just
pizza.
destroy all
Strong.
evidence of any Swedish pizza, and then
World War II in Germany.
and then we can just pretend it never happened.
Also like World War II in Germany.
Or mullets.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh. Well, it's
By the way, yay, we all still have healthcare.
Woo.
Yeah.
Business in the front, disappointment in the back. The mullet is like the representative hairdo of, hey, you want
Mar,
like
you're
the
not
most
real pizza.
exciting 30 seconds followed by the the most disappointing hour and a half.
Oh, hey,
Also, Peace, that is literally what I said about Final Fantasy 13.
Okay, hang on one second. What were you saying, Corbin?
I have a story about my vacation if you guys want to hear it.
Go ahead.
Yes.
So,
Ooh,
right
in the
one of the
fields.
first nights I was up there,
Up where?
right in the field. Mar.
we went to Lake Vermilion,
Okay, thank you.
and it was very nice. But like during the daytime, there's not a lot to do except kind of just hang out and lounge.
Okay.
And well, no, because it's a family trip, and no. Anyway,
Family? Come on now.
Dude,
Anyway.
You're not real.
Dude, if you can't beat meat in front of your mom, who can you?
I know, exactly.
Anyone else? You shouldn't, but literally anyone else.
can I please continue the story?
Yes.
Yes.
So there's not a lot to do during the day rather than just hang out, and not a lot to do during the night rather than drink or smoke a lot of weed. So I don't drink. And I usually don't do the other thing either, but
The other thing. It's a
Yeah,
taboo
so
thing
like,
you
I
can't
figured
even
this would be
say.
good. At least
Dank
it
ass
gives you
push.
someone to
But
talk to,
Vermilion is
especially if more
different,
people
so I
show
do.
up.
and for the first time up there this year, I became what I can only describe as way too high. My cousin was sharing with me, and he was using this metal, I don't even know what to call it, like a pipe, I guess. It wasn't really, but he loaded it up for me, and I took a hit off of it, and like 5 minutes later, I was like, well, this isn't doing much, so I took another bigger hit off of it. And little did I know, this was stronger than what I was used to.
Hmm.
So I became unable to think only one thought at once, and like weirdly hyper aware of all of my body parts individually.
Dude, sounds like some good shit.
It was something.
How about that time Mason got drunk enough to almost shit in his computer?
What?
What?
Yeah, I was on vacation. I was over at
Excuse-
Nate's for
what?
the Games Done Quick
Wait,
week.
did you not hear about this at all?
Mind if may I share the story?
You weren't even the one conscious for it, but sure.
Hey, considering that it involves me almost explicitly,
And yet you remember none of it.
I only remember what you told me, but I want to be the one to share it anyway.
Fine.
All right, so I was at Nate's place for GDQ
Oh, God.
week earlier this month, and since I wasn't able to go up for his 21st birthday, basically I wound up bringing a selection of beers and a bottle of wine. And I decided, you know what? No, we're drinking this bottle of wine. It's got to happen because if I bring it home, it's not going to get drank. And basically, it was a bigger bottle, not like one of those reasonable sized bottles that you take on like a fucking, like, nice little dinner date with the missus or anything like that. No, that shit was big.
The kind of bottle that only an idiot would bring with someone who already said he probably wouldn't like a lot of it.
Yeah, but Yeah, basically, one thing led to another. I wound up drinking the entire thing, pacing myself, basically having,
What the?
you know, big as, you know, basically a full glass of water between each, like, third glass of wine. And, you know, I was feeling pretty all right. And, you know, it's like 10:30, 11 or some shit like that. So I decided, okay, you know what? It's starting to hit me. I'm going to go to sleep. Well, that's about all that I remember of that night. I was informed the next day
Yeah, Charlotte
that
crying and
30
eating
minutes
ice
later,
cream.
I got up, said, mumbled something about the bathroom, went over to look at some like little, basically pop vinyl figurines.
Actually, looking at the Master Chief helmet over across
yeah.
from me.
Yeah, and then dropped trow and squatted right over my computer.
No, you actually like. I'm pretty sure sitting on the case, like bare ass cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At which
And there was
point,
there
thankfully,
was a good 10 seconds of me sitting there going like
thankfully,
just in
I have,
sheer awe.
yeah, thankfully, I have very excellent friends that were, or friend, I should specify, that were willing to corral me to the bathroom.
Thankfully, you at least put on your underwear before doing that, so I didn't
Yeah.
ever have to sheesh-long this. Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Yes,
gonna
how,
lie.
the worst case scenario is that you see a penis.
Yeah. See, but I'd rather not see Mason's penis because that's just.
Oh, Mace. Oh, okay. Sorry, I zoned out. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, here's the thing. I half expected this story. Not gonna lie, the way you started this story, when you talk about it, I was half expecting it to end with, and then I woke up naked on the floor the next morning.
No, he woke
Actually,
up
no.
only in his underwear.
Yo,
on the couch.
hold up, shut up. Denmark's calling me. 1 sec.
And to explain what I mean by unable to think more than like only one thought at a time piece, to like put it into better words, it was like every thought that I had, I would have the thought, and then like
It would
because
consume
I
you
usually
entirely.
well, here's the thing, I think in words, which I guess is a weird thing that not most people do. They just kind of have a thought, but I like talk in my brain.
I think
but-
that's how most people do it, but
Well, I hear a lot of people don't really think with like actual physical words. They just have the thought as a whole, and then it doesn't really translate. But what happened to me was that I would have the thought, and then the words that would form the thought would like stretch out and extend themselves like they were moving in slow motion, and then I would have another thought, and then it would overlap, and that would happen with like 5 thoughts at once. It was so weird.
It was trippy.
It was really trippy.
meanwhile,
Also
my
notice-
primary weakness would probably be consumables, because if you put a tray of pot brownies in front of me, I would be halfway through that tray before you could tell me there was pot in them.
Dude, you would
Yeah.
be blasted.
I would be, considering that one's enough to get you there for the better part of the night.
No, like,
Or,
like imagine
another-
if Bunny had accidentally somehow managed to do that with those bars. That would have been like,
We would have
Really
been
bad.
dead.
yeah.
We would
We would be-
have been fucking dead. We would have ate half of the first pan, got mad munchies, finished it, and then broke out the second.
And then we'd just be sitting there just like,
Dude, we
Oh,
would be
yeah.
vegging for the
That's
we
the
would be vegging
dangerous
for
bit
the-
about that, isn't it?
yeah.
We would be vegging for the rest of the week.
Uh-huh.
Like, I
Okay,
would have woke up, like, the day that I was supposed to drive back. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Where'd the week
There would
go?
just be a pile of pizza boxes and like just random munchies all over.
Mm-hmm. Like those fucking rye chips.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. I'll make some food while we're doing other things.
Or another interesting edible is my grandpa wound up making weed butter. So there's that.
Now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, basically, my grandpa has rheumatoid arthritis, and it's one of the few things that actually, well, he doesn't do it for just doing it.
I'll be right back.
He does it because it helps him with managing the side effects and the pain of his RA plus his various medications. But you know, he wound up accumulating quite a stash, and he's all like, "Holy shit, I'm running out of jars." So what he decides to do is he decides to cook it all down and make butter out of it. Apparently that shit was hella strong. Like literally just like a little sliver of it spread over a piece of toast. And like he was smiling for the next 5 hours.
I'm guessing Dylan's still on the phone with Denmark.
Probably. Blah, 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 blah. I like how I can click on that live on Twitch button and go to your channel.
Nice.
Yeah, I should follow you. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that. Am I already following you?
What? Mar, how? I don't understand why your image of people being high is my profile picture.
I am already following you. Cool.
Mar, I have never been intoxicated, so I totally understand where you're coming from. Actually, I didn't name it, so it might be a reference to Shrek the Musical. Dell came up with it.
Hello, friends. I'm here.
Welcome
Okay.
back.
This time
As
with
am I.
pizza.
Woo!
Okay, so Denmark just called me. For some reason, she cannot get any power into her computer.
Wow.
Did she accidentally flick off the little switch on the back
No,
of the
she already tried that, and she tried plugging into a different outlet, and it seems that her desktop monitors seem to work fine, but not her. Just the tower itself. She's okay.
Probably an
she's,
internal cabling issue.
She's about to. What is it? She's probably something. Yeah, probably just something that. Well, she was freaking out for because she thought she was going to lose all of her like art stuff, and I told her that not being able to turn on is not going to affect anything on the hard drives as long as they're intact.
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, she just posted on Facebook about it.
Yeah, she
Also,
said one of her friends just messaged her back. She's going to talk about trying to get her computer fixed tonight or tomorrow, and so she's going to call. She's going to call me back once she's done talking with her friend, and she's got hopefully a plan.
All right. Well, in that case, we might as well start, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, for peace's sake, I'm going to say that the stream title is actually a reference to "Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret."
Sure.
Like that's
Whatever
what the
helps
stream title is.
whatever helps Peace sleep at night.
He seemed to think it was a Shrek thing.
What helps me
What?
sleep at night is Adele's beautiful.
At what
loving
point do
touch.
they even bring up God in the movie Shrek?
I mean, apparently it's like the musical.
No, by clicking play, it's the exact point in the song where she's like, "Are you there, God? It's me, Fiona."
Okay then.
Anyway.
So yes, last we met our heroes, they came face to face with a flame skull for the first time.
And despite an
And-
incredible lack of legs, he resoundingly kicked our asses.
I had a very hearty chuckle about it.
And then whilst you were shocked that a no-legged man had kicked you, he'd smack you across the face with his paddle. I killed 50 men.
And then he killed his our dragonborn.
And then yes. and you
Love the shins.
yes, and right now Dell is unconscious, Fergus is unconscious, Faergar is dead.
And I'm still smoking.
And no healers. So no health left for any. Yeah, no health regenerating anything left for anybody. It's just Eddie and Sokka right now.
If If I
I'm
was
the gnome
conscious, I could use my hit dice, but no.
Yeah,
only the conscious.
you're unconscious.
Yeah.
Get a
So-
nice long rest. Unconscious,
Right
man.
here, probably not.
Not
No.
without Tiny Hut.
Yeah.
And Tiny Hut is unconscious.
Tiny Hut's unconscious, unfortunately.
I suppose I'm just gonna have like guys have Sokka kind of just look back the way we came a little bit going forward to make sure that there's no one there, and then I'll just do the gnome ambulance with these two.
Where you? Okay. Yeah, she looks over. Like I was saying, she
down.
looks over. She sees the skull just kind of floating around there, but it
No.
doesn't look like it
Yeah.
has any intention of pursuing you.
I was saying more like the way we came to make sure there's nothing behind us, because it seems silly to try backing up and then all of a sudden go, "Hey, guys."
Yeah,
And
she
then
looks.
Barrel room.
Yeah, she tells you the barrel room is still clear.
Well,
And she-
we're gonna have a barrel of monkeys once I'm done with you guys. So can I just
No.
drag them into that room? Over
Yeah,
time?
just
Anything
say
but the
that-
gnome
we'll
is
just-
medical Tom.
Oh yeah, Sherlock. By
We'll
the
just
way,
say
like
that the two
Faergar
of
is
you
like dead,
bring the three
like
unconscious
gone
ones.
for now.
Well, the two unconscious ones
maybe.
and the dead one.
So, question: are these barrels big enough to hold people?
Probably.
Sure.
Okay, see,
Not
you
necessarily
could-
comfortably, but
Like-
yes.
Like, okay, see, here's the thing. Like, if you were planning on wheeling us back to town, that wouldn't work
No.
because then you'd have to roll us up like a 20-foot cliff.
Are you
That's
throwing
agree-
my body in a barrel?
No. I'm respecting your body because you a homie. No. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hide inside one of the barrels and like just barely close the lid so I can jump out.
You're gonna. Okay, hang on a second. What?
At
Okay,
who?
hold on.
Yes, this
hold
just
on, hold
happened.
on.
Right now, my character
Hold
is
on.
in shock. He is in disbelief
What is
and
going
basically just
on?
trying to keep going like everything is normal. Because if he doesn't, he'll have a mental breakdown.
Okay, so you're just gonna spend the next like 2 or so hours
Well, not right away. You know, I'll wait a little while when I think it's about time.
when you think that they're about to when they start coming to.
Yeah.
All right, so
Otherwise, I'm just doing
Okay,
basically
hang on, let me
anything to
pull
keep
up-
me occupied.
shit, hang on,
Reading.
I need to pull out Sokka's character sheet. Because I put it away because I thought,
You thought you wouldn't need it.
yes.
Murphy's Law, motherfucker.
Yeah, but have you ever heard of Cole's Law?
Hmm.
I see what you did
Nice.
I like coleslaw.
there. So anyway, all right, so yeah, well, it's basically the two you. Okay, so Eddie and Sokka are able to take a short rest, and I'm gonna say she's gonna use one of her hit dice. Yeah.
I took my character page up because I don't know why I didn't have it up.
Ooh.
Spicy.
Okay, she gets 12 health. That brings her up to almost full.
Oh yeah, right. I didn't use any health dice. Really, because we used Tiny Hut and got it all back. So.
Yeah, so you can use some of your hit dice to replenish your health if you like.
Yeah. My health out again. 8.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be conscious.
No, yeah,
to do
no,
you don't.
only the two conscious people.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, you don't
However-
get to use hit dice.
Okay, I'm
when you're
sorry.
un-
I won't heal myself, and I'll let myself die. Fucker.
So yeah, here's the thing,
Otherwise, since we are unconscious, we are capable of waking up after, I believe the
punch you.
official term is 1d4 hours.
yeah, and I'm gonna say it's been like after and I put like 2, so that's about how long it is. So
Oh,
what
God.
the?
Oh God, no.
Oh God!
What did you do?
He rolled 41d6 is what he did.
Nate, just click the hit die button.
Oh yeah, right. I am
Anyway.
the Omega No. Feel me.
I'm just looking at this, like, look at all the times that I would have fallen unconscious due to
Okay, one second. I
narcolepsy.
should say, okay, you
Little
don't
did
need
we
to.
know, fucking
Hold on a second.
Edward is level 41.
Okay, just remember you don't need to use all of them at once.
Well, I know, but most of my that was basically, unless I rolled perfectly, wasn't going to fill up my health entirely. So I want to make sure that I'm doing all right.
Also,
All right.
Nate, remember to
So
add
make
your
sure you also,
constitution modifier to that
update-
number.
All right.
Whatever.
Yes.
Basically, I'm back to full then. Just
What's your constitution? What's your constitution?
14,
So that'll
So-
be a +2, which is a
20.
+8.
and I'm at 8 health. So, yeah.
Well, no, you'd add +2 for each die.
Oh,
Yeah.
So actually, so you'd add 8 to that. So you add 26.
Oh, I didn't realize
Make sure you add
okay.
that to your token.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna. Basically, I'm back to 5, which was what I wanted. I wanted to not be dead.
Oh yeah,
almost.
wow.
I'm sure
if you
Faergar
want-
would like that too.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll be nice. Okay, since you didn't know about the +2 thing, I'll be nice. I'll let you use one of. I'll let you rescind one of those.
I used it. I'm gonna
Own it.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to say, well, just because he wasn't fully, because he wasn't fully. We don't usually. You guys take long rests.
Yeah, and usually I don't get damaged enough to use more than one, if that.
I was gonna be because I was gonna say he didn't fully understand how it worked.
Yeah, but I'll own it. Whatever.
All right. So you have no more hit die,
Mhm.
and Sokka still has 3.
Meanwhile, I take it that myself and Dell wake up with 1 HP.
Yes, you both end up waking after a couple of hours. You wake up with 1 HP. It's dark though because well we'll just say your lantern went out.
I can see in the dark.
I would just turn it off just to make sure. we
Yeah,
can get
but
found.
Gus can't.
No, I would turn it off just because.
Yeah.
A, saving lantern, and B, I do not want to
Panic.
have anything attracting us.
Well, you're in a room right now.
Yeah.
You're
I
in
know, but I don't
you're in
remember
a
if that door had even a slight hole under it, since we didn't have to bother because we didn't have a rogue for it. So, basically, I'm just trying to have as few reasons for someone to come a looking as possible.
So yeah, So it's a couple hours later, and the two of you spur from consciousness. Gus, to you, you can't see anything because it's pitch black. Everyone else can see. Everyone else that's alive can see, though.
No.
Ow. My everything hurts.
Sounds like a problem.
Aren't you waiting to sprint? No.
No,
You
no,
blew
I
your
just
cover.
say it from the barrel. Yeah. No, I just say it from the barrel.
Right? Oh my
He's in
god.
the right mindset to, like, he does that and then basically forgets about it for a while.
Eddie?
Sometimes
Cozy.
he died in that last skirmish. Sometimes I think I can still hear his voice.
I'm not dead yet, what? Good old Faergar.
Oh God, what happened?
Well,
Sokka
Among-
gets
yeah. Oh.
like starts shaking her fists, and she tells you that you had to run away, and then she kicks a barrel and tells you that the thing got Faergar.
Yeah.
She's
He-
super pissed about it and
Wait,
distraught.
He got Faergar. What does that mean?
he's laying over there dead.
He's what?
He's fucking dead, is what
Yeah.
Sokka just shouts at you.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, did you not expect this after the everything basically playing whack-a-mole with him? There's only so many times you can get up.
God, Eddie, I'm sorry, man.
Let's just keep going. I don't know if we can take fiery boy person thing, whatever the fuck it is, so should we try and find anything to combat that? Because if we don't...
No, we're going back.
Well, yeah, but saying go back, maybe find anything that can hurt it, since all of my magic basically did as much damage as your mocking enemies does. Actually, probably less, which is disheartening.
I think we can take it if we just rest up here and...
I don't know. I mean, we were barely able to take it at full strength.
God.
I don't want us all joining him.
Yeah, I point out that as things are right now, it would probably be best to go back to town, regroup, and perhaps pick up some equipment with this new foe in mind.
Yeah. Exclusively with that thing's name on it.
Guys, I don't know if we...
Well,
This
if we
is-
do nothing, we're gonna just waste time.
I'm not saying do nothing. It's just... This is,
Whatever, with a party.
I'm sorry. I'm having a little trouble putting my thoughts together here. Jesus.
On the plus side, she can carry him. We can give him a burial or something. Get the armor off of him, and on the plus side, there's no ghost for him, which is something.
Eddie, are you gonna be okay, man?
Sure.
All right. Well,
I thought I'm just gonna walk out for now.
Eddie, and I managed to like force myself to my feet to go out after him. Eddie, come on. Look, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, go rest, cripple boy. You
need to come with.
Well, yeah, I'm coming with. I'm just gonna. I've been waiting. I'll wait out here in case there's something over here that I can blast.
Eddie, nothing. Once I tiny hut, nothing's gonna be able to get to us. You need to come back inside.
Oh yeah, right. You actually have that, don't you?
I get
fine,
it.
Fuck it. Sure.
Yeah, all right.
Let's sit in the hut.
Okay.
And then suddenly an ogre appears. No.
Throw Faergar's body at it. Oh god.
It eats him as a snack.
An ogre flying out from the hallway says,
Thanks,
"Dude,
guys.
why can't I get in on this?"
Thanks.
Okay, so
that part's only the joke, I swear.
Sorry, couldn't resist. When he said blast something that comes around the corner, I was like, God damn it. Gotta throw some.
Oh god, too big.
How do you fit in here, you fat fuck?
Come on back inside, Eddie.
Woo. Over here then.
All right.
Back in his barrel.
Del cast tiny hut,
Okay.
and we all take a long rest.
Thank God. Also, I'm
All
now
right.
putting on.
Everyone gets half their hit die back.
Oh, whoops, sorry. I did not mean to do that. I'm unprepping that for now. I'm getting acid arrow because theoretically, acid arrow might actually have an effect on the flaming thing compared
Okay,
to fire.
hold up 1 second. Everyone, so you guys have been here. Hang on, we need to keep look at the food supply here for a second. Let's see, what would we?
2 days, and I actually have been keeping track of my rations.
But also, what was it? There was like the day and a half for the trek over here, though. So.
Yeah. Well, like, I already have been subtracting. I started at 10, so I am currently sitting at 7.
I'm at
That
4.
sounds about right.
I mean, I was at 10, so I should probably be at like 7 or 6.
Probably 7,
Yeah.
considering like 1 day's rations to basically get here, and then another.
Oh,
2
Sokka has
for
a
each
longbow?
days.
I didn't know she had that.
Yeah,
Oh.
who would use that?
Oh
I mean,
yeah, since she
different
took
things.
the fucking leather armor.
I forgot about that.
But how dare she not go for the 3-hand crossbow starting build?
Yeah.
God, that's stupid.
Yeah, you got your hand crossbow, your light crossbow, and your heavy crossbow.
No, you can
For all your
actually-
crossbow needs. Sorry, anyway, so yeah. We've long read. Fergus, Gus has been awfully quiet. What's his reaction to this whole ordeal?
I mean, Gus is... Despite having never been a praying man, I guess he's just sort of been... I want to say prayer, but I guess it's more like meditation on the nature of death. Grieving in his own way.
All right.
So now what? That we're all
Well,
big and strong, relatively.
I think that we came to more or less the conclusion that we
We're
are
leaving?
going to be, we're going to be going
Yeah.
back to town, regrouping, and basically trying to figure out a way
Yeah.
to handle a creature of that particular magnitude.
Yeah.
Sokka asks if you guys are. Sokka asks if you guys want to maybe look at a couple of the other parts that you haven't explored yet. Mainly just because she's not sure what all exactly you could buy in town. You know, that would help right now.
That's
That would
what I
help-
was
help.
that's what I was thinking too. I don't know if there's much in the way of equipment that we can even get our hands on that will help against something like that. I think we just have to
Worst comes
throw
to worst,
ourselves
there
against it again and try to
The
just.
worst comes to worst, there is.
I will just say
our
is
least favorite warlock.
I didn't last time we did this. I didn't realize Sokka had a longbow. That
Might have
well,
helped.
and that
but-
also what is it? You mowed through all the zombies, so
I think our best bet would be to get in there and just avenge our dragon boy.
What do you think that fire thing thinks about thunder damage?
I'd be willing to bet he's not a fan.
Well, let's hope not.
All right, so are we in agreement then?
I suppose. Does Faergar have anything on him we can use to help us actually kill it and avenge him?
Well, I mean, considering
Faergar,
that
what's
he had a shield, the adamantine armor, and a +1 longsword.
Any of that Sokka could use? At least so we have a better chance.
Yeah, like all of it.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sure
okay,
she'd want
well, the
to.
thing is, the longsword, I believe, is not a light weapon, and she dual wields, so she doesn't use a shield, so not particularly. Drew.
Talon is a versatile weapon.
But it's not light, is the thing.
Yeah, it's not
light.
It's a
Yeah.
tag.
What about the armor?
Well,
No, you
she
know
doesn't
what?
wear-
We're
doesn't
not.
wear heavy armor.
We're
We
not.
shouldn't strip him down.
Yeah.
naked.
Plus, we're not stripping.
Is it heavy? Because I
Yes,
had
it's definitely heavy.
Yeah, dude, it's
With adamantine armor, it's basically as heavy as you get for the most part.
Rest in peace, big guy.
I have an explorer's pack, holy symbol, fine clothes, 1 potion of healing, a rope, 10 torches, whatever rations I had left, and then my armor.
I'm shocked you had a potion of healing.
Requiescat pepperoni.
Okay, well,
We should probably take that healing potion at least.
yeah. Gather what we have, what he's
And then
got, that can be
and then the
useful.
rations. Yeah,
The rations, and we'll go and.
Oh yeah, do you have any gold in you? Or money?
yeah, he has all your money.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I have 40 gold, 1 piece of electrum, 1 silver, and 18 copper.
Not anymore. You don't.
Yep, I'm holding it.
Now he has that pouch of 15 gold. Well, his other body does.
Yeah.
You've been keeping that separate from your main inventory, right?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
There, now your body is looted of gold.
Okay, guys. Let's go kick this thing's ass.
I want the first hit.
So you're going straight for the flame skull?
Yep.
Suppose. Not a better time to do it.
So I'm assuming I have 0 rations now. I'm trying to update.
Yeah. Someone
My
else can take the
inventory.
rations. I just wanted to take the gold.
I'm good with the rations. You said that you were at 4, Del?
Yep.
That's
You
probably
should
what I am
probably
too.
take some of those.
All right, I'll take 1.
Sokka doesn't have anything on her character sheet about rations, but we'll just assume she
let's-
has them.
She should eat
Let's
the bodies
let's
of our
just
enemies.
give Faergar's rations to her. How's that sound?
All right.
Put those
Sure,
in
however
her
many we'll
inventory.
deal with that later. But okay then. So I guess you guys are leaving Faergar for the time being.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And all right,
Let's move.
So what I'm gonna do is
Alright,
before we
so-
I put a couple of barrels,
Meeting
just kind of
here.
enough to maybe obscure his body in case someone came a looking.
I'm just gonna-
sure.
I'm just gonna delete my fucking death sign.
Why? It's still accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're gonna go fight it though.
Let's go kick this thing in its skeletal dick.
I'm going to make it grow a skeletal dick, and then I'm going to kick it in it.
What's that?
That's some wicked magic right there.
Like
Hey,
what's
that's
that?
magic. It's fucking cool.
I'm gonna flagellate you with my fucking beard. I'm gonna string you up from your fucking foreskin until gravity gives you a botched circumcision.
I love that. All right, let's get back in there. Come on.
So, who first?
So, marching order.
I just like kind of slightly nudge our fire retardant party member.
Sokka, it's up to you. We're not going to make you do anything you don't want to do.
But we'll be right behind you.
She's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna kick this thing's ass.
That's what I like to hear. Let's move
I'm gonna
in.
float basically as close as I can to the ceiling behind.
All right, so she pulls out her long bow.
All
Let me just
right.
go ahead and.
Readying my sling.
All right, so how's it you guys are going about this? Then you're just charging in and just gonna start blasting it.
Well, I mean, assuming we can see literally anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? Yeah, I should actually. I'm gonna quick
I
turn on
assume,
my
I was gonna say, I assume
lantern
you have
aura.
your lantern again.
Yeah.
All right, so you doing this? You guys doing this? You just charging? What's up? Tell me the game plan.
All right.
mean,
So
I don't know a lot
basically, move in and just start unloading everything that we got for ranged attacks. Basically.
Yeah, I mean, I have acid arrow, so I point out that you should probably stand back since
If
I'm
it's gonna
pretty
be
sure it'll
20
make a
feet up,
mess.
it should be fine.
I don't plan on getting incredibly close.
that's true.
All right,
On the
so
other hand, those two.
longbow in hand, and what are you using? Your sling?
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, you charge in, and you're just like ah,
Pretty much.
and whoa,
Whoa.
Whoa!
Thick.
and then the extra thick. I want one Sokka extra thick.
Oh my god!
I'm
It's
so
too
sad
thick!
she isn't here to hear this.
Oh god. So anyway, all right, so
Initiative time?
initiative time.
Let's do it.
Considering
It's
they
not
probably
bad.
saw us coming.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
it was-
alert now.
It was sitting there staring at the doorway.
Nice!
And let me just go ahead and roll initiative. Oof.
Damn it!
Dingle darn it.
Fucking hackers.
All right. Well, first up in the order is Sokka. What she's gonna do is she's gonna run over here, and she's gonna fire a longbow shot at it.
Off the record, I am keeping as close to the ceiling as I can.
And
just
she
to-
just manages to hit it. The longbow. Oof. She only does 3 damage.
Hey, it's more damage than a lot of my spells were doing before. 3 more damage at least.
All right, and now that its attention is focused on her, the flame skull is going to shoot some of his fire rays at her. Both of which she manages to deftly dodge.
Sick.
Which brings us now to Eddie.
I'm gonna quickly read the spell's description again just to make sure I'm not missing anything on it.
Yeah.
What's
it's
the
also
spell?
probably
Acid arrow.
also remember that it has fireball, so it might be a good idea to scatter some.
Well, I know that's what I'm going to do. That's also why I've been sticking as close to the ceiling as possible, so I don't. I'm just gonna put that there. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just. I'm gonna float over. How tall is the big machiney thing right here?
Yeah, because it looks
Decently.
like a bellows.
Could I
No.
hide behind this middle
Give me a
thing like
second.
over here?
Give me a second here.
And then it strikes me that this area appears, at least from what I can tell of the diagram, to be a workshop,
Yeah, probably.
specifically the forge. Because, like, this bit here looks like the bellows. Here's the water wheel that operates it. And then the part that bursts into flames.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the furnace. Look, we'll get into that later. But yes. So the furnace. It's about the size of a large furnace. So you could. Yes, you could feasibly float like kind of above it. It doesn't go all the way to the ceiling.
Okay.
I mean, there's
trying
like a pole thing like right there that kind of goes.
Yeah, I want to try and basically just more or less like not hide behind it, but use it as cover more or less while I'm casting magic since spell sniper. And I think really having just about anything between me and it seems like a not bad
Oh.
idea.
All right. Go ahead. What level are you casting this?
I mean, the only level I can. So
Level 1, level 2.
it's a level 2 spell, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't hit, but you'll do half damage.
It's,
So go ahead and roll
you know,
damage.
I'll just click
Does
that
it?
and divide by 2.
So you do 4 damage to it.
Maybe I can actually hit it sometime.
It looks like it was bothered by that, but it's still going. Which brings us now to Mr. Ulrich.
Okay. Dell is going to point at this thing and cast Shatter as a 3rd level spell.
Oh, look at me. I'm so cool actually having 3rd level
Getting
spells.
Okay, go ahead and
Dell stepping his game up.
I guess. Oh yeah, it has to make a Constitution save, right? Well, it did not save. I can tell you that much. Go ahead and roll for damage. So 9 damage.
Wow, I rolled 2 1s on that second. Yep.
You guys are.
I
all
got
of you are just rolling
3 1s.
You're all rolling shit for damage on this thing. Yeah, you hit it again. It's I mean, it looks like it didn't like that. It still looks like it's holding pretty strong.
All right. Well,
Fergus.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope.
Okay.
Bonus action. I'm giving Fergus Bardic Inspiration.
I've already got regular inspiration.
Yeah. Don't
guess I
use
can't
it. I'm
stack
giving
it.
you Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
They work different.
Yeah. I'll make sure to keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to step up to here, and I'm going to try to hit it with my sling.
For the record, there's that doorway right
Alright.
to your right.
You just managed to hit it,
All right.
and you dealt
And,
8 damage to it.
And using my multi-attack feat, I get to do that again. Woo!
Whoa.
Whoa! What was that you were saying about bad damage?
That
know,
big
right?
damage. That big damage.
All right, it's starting to look really hurt now. Actually,
How did you
starting to look
manage to
really
roll
good.
max damage twice in a
to make up for you schmucks.
Okay, well.
Hairline fractures line this skull.
All right, Sokka's gonna take aim and fire another one of her arrows at it, but she misses, unfortunately. Which brings us back to the flame skull.
I'm attributing this big damage to my meditation on the nature of death.
What is going on? It's like so quiet.
Give me a second here.
Checking out its spells.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance it just
All right.
all of a sudden forgot its spells and only can headbutt us?
No, the skull, upon this receiving all this damage, it doesn't shoot fire or anything at you, but suddenly it starts looking distorted and weird and hazy, and you can't see it very clearly.
What?
Son of a bitch.
You're gonna piss it off.
No, I know exactly what this is out of character, but in character, I'm like, what the fuck?
So yeah, now it's gonna be Eddie's turn.
So it's all
Blurry and weird and like, what the fuck? Like you're having a hard time, like just kind of.
Pinning down exactly where it is.
Yes.
I would recognize it, but with it being magic.
Make an
and-
Arcana check.
Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck.
You think it's using some kind of weird illusion magic, but you're not sure what exactly.
I just kind of like nervous to shut out. Should I just keep trying to hit it?
Yes.
Not much else we can do, huh, buddy?
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh, Fergus.
I'm just going to take this opportunity to.
Nah, let's see. You know what? Make a dexterity saving throw for me, Eddie.
Oh, I know exactly what's going to happen.
Oh no.
I'll say that's good enough. You stay on. You manage to stay. You kind of lose your balance on. Like you're kind of freaking out a bit, and you
Wobble.
lose your balance on your broom, and you almost fall. Like, okay, here's the thing. I will say is, you almost fall off your broom. You're hanging on by like one hand right now. Like you're not on top of it anymore. You're literally hanging onto it.
Yeah.
So and you haven't fallen. So you're gonna need to use half of your movement next turn to pull yourself back up. Yeah.
To pull it together, literally.
Pull it together, yeah. So, for the time being, you are dangling.
A lot of bad jokes I can make about that, but okay.
I'd make a joke about dangly parts, but right now pretty much all your parts are dangling.
Very much, yeah.
So anyway, now we're back to Ulrich.
Shatter.
Okay, let's see.
Make it shatter his pants.
You know I'm gonna.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, it wouldn't have saved either. Alright, so. Wow. It is just rolling very, very badly.
For basically everyone besides Mason.
Okay, and with that,
Yeah, please stop jinxing me.
the skull collapses. The skull goes out and just collapses and falls to the floor.
Del says that was for Faergar.
I just say random gnomish swear words.
Alright, we're out of initiative.
Del looked at everybody and goes, "We all okay?"
Better
Surprisingly.
than that thing.
You hear brains from down by the water wheel.
I cast Shatter.
Okay, we'll just say that that zombie's gone.
Brains.
Not now.
But you used up the spell slot for that.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Well, we got our vengeance, and who knows how much longer we'll be here otherwise.
Yeah. We could actually.
I feel like
take
we
a-
owe it. I feel like we owe it to our paladin that he gets a swift burial
Yeah.
I agree, but
before he
At
has
the
a
same
chance to
time-
stink.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like we're pretty close to what we came here to do. We ought to just finish the job.
Before we lose the nerve.
Exactly. That being said, which way we going?
I don't know.
Well,
Can
I peered
quickly
I
look at
peered down
the-
this hallway that I had my back to.
Is there anything like magical something I could use, like for ingredients, something with Fire Skull McGee, with its corpse? And sometimes that happens.
Sorry, say that again. What?
Basically, could I use? Is there anything with Fire Skull's corpse I could use for like magical ingredients or anything?
Make an Arcana check.
Since I figured these things aren't what we come across often. God damn it! Can I stop rolling like ass?
Fuck if you know.
Can I check it out?
Do you know anything about Arcana?
I'm a mage.
Well, you're
Technically,
a bard.
yeah,
You study music magic, not arcane.
magic
like,
is the
spell
key
stuff.
word there.
I hate to break it to
Okay,
you,
okay.
but magic
Are you
is
proficient?
magic.
He's half good at everything.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
No.
I'm gonna say no then.
Alright.
That is outside
Yeah.
your area of expertise.
Damn you, jack of all trades. But he's
I'm gonna say Eddie could make that roll because he's proficient in Arcana.
Because this is the kind of nerd shit my guy would stay up reading about every night.
Yes. Exactly.
So, that being okay, well, that being that, I think we should probably choose a way to go and stick with it.
Let's go to the right. That's the closest way.
All right.
There's also the left.
Also, is there anything
Take
we
it
can
back
work-
now, y'all.
We can, yeah, one hop this time. Damn. But no, like, is there anything we can do in this room with the forge or whatever the fuck that is?
That's probably a part of the forge mechanism, if I had to guess.
Probably, but I wouldn't know.
All right. So now that you have cleared the room out and can actually take the time to examine the room properly
okay, we're
without fear
doing
for your
that.
lives,
Yeah.
upon you take a closer look at it and you see this is not a forge; it's a blast furnace. Basically, this is just for melting. This is not a forge. It's just what they use to melt down ores and metal. It's just very big. Yeah.
I haven't seen metal work like this since Candle Nights with the Rock Seekers.
Gesundheit?
No, the rock seekers are the dwarves.
What the fuck's a dwarf?
I don't know.
Ignoring the retarded scholar, I decided to make my way back to where I was down the hallway.
Okay, give me a second.
I like to imagine my character actually says that because he's still half in shock and just forgets what dwarves are entirely.
Come on, Sokka.
What's
These guys are
pants?
gonna. We better keep up with these guys, or they're gonna probably get themselves killed.
Yeah.
He's
I trust
just a
Fergus.
Sokka.
I trust Fergus, but he's blind.
I mean,
Hey, now I have my
eyebrows.
robes on.
You know, I suspect he'd have a lot better, vision in general if he got his eyebrows out of the way. But whatever. I think it's some sort of a medical condition.
No, see, that's like that's like my secret perk. Like, I'm actually blind. I just have 60-foot blind sight.
Okay, give
And
me a
I
sec.
wish that would be.
Dude, the blind monk trope is never not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always pretty freaking cool.
Yo, not for nothing, but we've never seen Fergus's eyes.
That is true.
Blind.
Turns out his eyebrows are actually secretly just like a huge collection of tiny antennae.
These are my 2 pet caterpillars.
Yeah, they live on my forehead.
My character's kind of
Or
like.
like
I
that,
communicate with them telepathically. They tell
or it's like
That's
that
how
one
they-
fucking.
they move when I ask them to.
They warn me when Mar is near.
I'm so disappointed Mar isn't watching right now.
Oh, one other thing I should tell you. That loud thunderous noise you've been hearing has gotten considerably louder
And more thunderous?
Yeah.
and more thunderous.
How about lightning? Is there any lightning?
Nah, none that you can tell so far.
All
I
right, forward,
casually
companions.
Point out, why don't we have the big, bulky person who can see in the dark in front instead of Spaghetti Man?
Spaghetti Man can see. He's got a light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we have him in the back, maybe he could easily get up front, and she's probably more durable.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, you're a don't get hit. She's a take the hit.
Sokka, it's up to you.
She says, sure, she'll take point. Give me 1 second here.
Fergus, you want to take up the rear?
If you feel like you need it, sure.
He'll take up.
I'll
your
just-
rear.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move myself.
Stop
back
being
very
Mar.
far.
Someone has to be. I'm just gonna float above Dell, actually. I am the ghost of half-elf past.
Yeah, well, half elf present isn't done yet.
That's what you think.
I'm the ghost
Wow!
I'm the ghost of half elf past. Touch my shit, I kick your ass.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm reading something.
Yeah, yeah.
Mush, you lazy bums.
See, what I need now is, like, I need the little reins for a horse at the end of my broomstick so I can do the exact same fucking motion.
Or you know what? I actually was reading this book the other day, and there was like this midget character that just levitated everywhere. But to keep from having to like consciously levitate himself in particular directions, what he'd do is he'd like basically hook his riding crop into the largest party member's pack, and then just have them drag him around.
Nice.
Okay, so... Alright, give me a second here. Okay, yeah. So you make your way downtown.
Making my way downtown.
I suppose I'll just keep floating. Wow, having the black party member at the back. What kind of monsters are we?
Well, I mean, I thought he was staying in the space behind Sokka.
Well, yeah. There we go. See, but I figured I had to point it out. I had to point it out in some absolutely horrible way instead of just saying, "Hey, move up."
When you thought that fighting the Flame Skull was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it turned out to be difficult lemon difficult.
I'm using difficult lemon difficult from now on.
Glad you like it.
That was good.
By
That
the
was
way,
funny.
at risk of making sure that absolutely everybody knows that that was not an original thought,
No, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a good timing, and that's part of what matters. So this room makes me nervous considering there's the pounding and since
Double
Mars
doors.
in here. I doubt it's him. So,
I can scout out ahead if you guys want.
pounding it.
you know, I think I'd feel safer with all of us
Pounding
sticking
it.
together since We are now down 2 people since we got in here.
Okay, well, I can already see that we've got a door to our right, a door to our left, and a staircase further to the left.
There's
So,
also a cave ceiling above us, just in case you wanted to point out other things.
oh yeah, I'm gonna look up at the ceiling.
Actually, yeah.
See if you perceive any foes.
Yep.
See if I
Go ahead.
investigate any foes.
Yeah, if permitted, I would also like to do so.
Yeah, go ahead.
What is it?
Nobody, you don't see, no sturges or ochre jellies or anything
My
of the
caterpillar-
like.
Roll like
alert
that,
me
do I
to
even
danger.
see the ceiling, or do I just think there's a ceiling?
You look up, you're like, yeah, looks good to you.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that's a rock.
My caterpillars alert me to danger.
Just
I'm
like
gonna go. I'm
around
gonna. Okay, guys. I want to try to peer around that corner. So
Don't
cover
die.
me real quick. And I want to go over here and look around the corner.
Stealthily.
Peeking.
Yep.
All right, make a stealth check. You're very very sneaky man.
The sneaky snake.
You're so dark, you just blend in with the rest of the place.
That's what you see around the corner.
All right. I go back and I say there is a staircase leading down a ledge, and there's a whole lot of other fuck that I can't see down that way.
I just casually point out that if we keep going in that general direction, there's a decent chance we'll get back to Poison Vape Land,
Vape land.
to the Vape Nation.
Well, I think our next step would be to check out this room, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
All right.
there are 2 doors.
yeah.
All right. Dell puts his ear against the big door and sees if he can hear anything from the other side.
I'll do that to the small door.
All right, both of you make perception checks.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Neither of you hear anything.
Okay, I don't hear
Yeah.
anything on the other side, but if this has taught us anything, it means it's that this
There is
isn't
on the other
necessarily
side.
the case. So,
Nothing noisy on the other side of this door.
would one of the would one of our upfronters like to breach?
Well,
We could just
Stalko,
open it
stock up.
cautiously and look in and not have someone charge in. and us get
Saka.
murdered.
Saka.
Saka.
Suck it to him.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Sokka, would you like to open the door, or shall I? I feel like
As you
it's the
say
only
that, she just
gentlemanly
kicks
thing
the
to
door
do.
open.
What?
She doesn't run in, she just kicks the door open.
My swamp.
Anything?
What's it?
Hello, bad guys.
Roll for initiative.
Dell steps into the room.
Oh, actually, over here, shouldn't I want to go in with you.
I roll to see if I perceive any foes.
Okay, so
Oh Jesus!
Is that a beholder?
Can I use
Oh,
Arcana
no,
to
you don't-
identify it?
make an Arcana check.
Holy black on a popo!
You recognize that as a spectator. But
I
allow me,
immediately
give me a
think I'm
moment.
excited after.
No, no one immediately does anything. DM speaks now. So,
So cool.
you walk into this large workshop, which appears very, very badly damaged due to, from what you assume can only be the battles the battle that took place so long ago, as well as just time. Let's see. In the middle, in the middle of the room, you see a stone pedestal with a small brazier, which has a eerie green flame burning in it. Let's see. The brazier seems completely untouched by any. It seems like it's still in really good condition compared to everything else in the room. Like just looking at it, it looks like there's something magic about it. And behind that brazier, you see floating a spherical creature measuring roughly 4 feet in diameter. 4 eye stalks protrude from its central mass, 2 on each side. In the center of its body is a large eye that stares at all of you. Hello, you. Hello, says a thick, burbling voice inside your head, all of your heads.
Hi.
Oh, cool.
I shudder and greet it back, trying to
Uh,
shake off the.
Can I just excitedly ask him about the
Um,
green flame, since that's the most magical thing we've seen yet?
Okay, what are you gonna ask him?
I just want to ask, like, what is the green flame? Just excitedly. I'm
In
kind
all
of
of
taken
your
aback.
heads, in all of your heads, you hear that is the forge.
Wait, the Arcane Forge?
Yes.
Holy shit. Yeah, sorry about
It is
this.
the Forge of Spells, is what it is called.
Sorry about your, door.
So we've had a lot of bad experiences with the doors and other
You are
things.
surprisingly less hostile than almost everything else that we've met here. What is your duty here?
The wizards conjured me so that I may guard the workshop.
Wow.
So how have you been doing here for however long?
I have been successful in my mission thus far.
That's
You mentioned that some wizards conjured you to guard this. I have a couple questions about that. Which wizards?
The ones that work at the mines. The mine that you are currently in. Those wizards.
There's no one here.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
The mines are still running. I've just been tasked with guarding the forge.
Everyone here is dead.
Or undead?
Mostly undead.
No, mostly dead at this point, probably.
I don't know. I think we've seen more zombies than we have bodies.
Oh yeah, but now they're corpses again.
Oh well, yeah, that's fair.
What
This seems
sort of
like a
fool do you
strange thing to
take
be-
me for? What sort of fool do you take me for? I know that the mines are still running.
I take
Yeah.
it that's what that loud booming is, yes?
I do not know of the booming.
You
Listen.
don't-
All I know is that the mines run and that I am tasked with guarding the forge.
Listen, I'm not telling you this to get something out of you. I don't want you to guard anything against an enemy that might not exist. These mines and everyone inside them have been dead for. It's got to be decades at this point now,
Well,
right?
Nonsense.
Except for- Well, I mean, we did see those bugbears on the way in.
Oh,
I think they just kind of were squatting. So can we get you like some snacks or
I need
don't know.
not sustenance.
real
what
fun?
makes you think that these mines are still up and running?
What
Probably
makes
that
you think that the mines aren't up and running?
Well, I don't mean to be disrespectful in any sense, but we did just tell you that everyone inside these mines is either dead or undead, and
And
it
as I have
looks like
told you,
it's
that is nonsense.
okay. Well, can you leave this place?
No,
Because
I am
well,
tasked with guarding the forge.
Then how do you know it's nonsense?
Is there any way we
Because-
could prove to you otherwise?
I fail to see how you could prove that to me. For the mines are still in use.
Well, that's not true at all.
We could
Well, I
just
mean-
bring you the bodies of the things that have been in here that tried murdering our faces.
That does not prove that the mines are not in use.
I'm assuming you wouldn't be up for a little walk down memory lane.
He can't
I'm
leave the
not allowed
workshop.
to leave the forge.
Okay. Are we allowed to at least look around in here and take a minute to relax?
I see no
Or-
reason not to.
All right. Well, okay.
You say
What's
that
in
you're
the-
tasked with protecting the forge, but I find it odd that after we wound up forcing our way into the room that you haven't attacked us. would
Look,
you
let's
have
not look a gift
stop
horse
us
in the
from-
mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I'm simply wondering, like, the act of guarding the forge simply entails preventing use of it.
Well, he was tasked with guarding the forge, not guarding the door to the forge.
Yeah.
I must guard the forge and the contents of this room.
Should we not look at that? Just stay away from it then? Or can we look at it? Not touch it, but just look.
Also,
Yes.
hey, out of curiosity, Mr.
I have no name.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Ted. Mr. Ted,
I like that name.
you said that you're here to guard the forge. Is there a specific someone that you're supposed to be guarding it from?
No.
Just anyone in general that might want to misuse it.
Correct.
That's a noble goal as any. All right, well, we're not really here to for the forge.
Good. I
Okay,
would have
we're-
to slay you otherwise.
that's cool because we're not really here to take it or anything. We're here in search of an individual.
That is not my concern.
Well,
My only concern is guarding the forge.
that's okay. That's cool. You haven't maybe like heard anything weird going on or seen anyone come in and out of here?
Yeah, you have enough eyes to see
No,
just what
I only occasionally kill the undead that wander.
Oh, so there are undead.
Yeah, they're the ones
Yes.
running the mines. Haven't you heard? As I just start chuckling slightly.
None of them like maybe seem familiar looking, like maybe mine workers that you've seen in here.
I do not interact with the workers.
Okay,
I
well,
simply guard the forge.
Jesus, you
Probably
guys
so.
just like talking to a
I-
brick wall. All right, well,
Yeah, I point out that clearly he is very single-minded in his devotion to his given task. He
Yeah, I can see
probably
that.
doesn't have a lot of.
I'm gonna say with
important
Eddie's
information.
20 in Arcana, he knows that, and based on what he said, that Eddie knows that basically that whatever sort of whatever sort of magic summoned the spectator is magically binding him. Like he's completely obligated
Actually, I wanna ask you,
magically
about the
to
magic
follow
that's
his
summoned.
task until its end.
I gotta be honest, I feel kind of bad just leaving this guy here, knowing that his duty is more or less moot.
Yeah, but for now, let's just leave the poor guy and let him stare into the pretty green flame.
Yeah, something to worry about later.
Hey, Ted? Ted?
I don't think he
Are
recognizes.
you in
himself
reference
by
to
that
me?
Yeah, yes, that's you. What? Out of curiosity, what's in the door behind you?
Is it a new car?
I do not know. It is not of my concern.
Are you obligated to guard that?
No.
Do you mind if we take a look?
No.
All right, guys.
Well, let's look
Thank you
around
for
here
your
for a moment.
cooperation, Ted. If you have a better name, let me know, because I can't refer to you as, nothing.
Yeah, and I like Ted. It's a pretty name.
Yeah, that's a good name. All right, Del goes over to the door and he opens it up.
Oh, I was gonna
Okay. You open that up, and let's see here. Doodly-doo. You find it's a small room separate from its workspace. It looks like you see what looks like a bunch of small scattered pieces of weaponry and armor that you can only assume were probably being prepared to be used in the forge.
Anything
Basically, it's just
useful?
no.
Hmm.
Literally
Is there
just
anything
like
Weapon scraps.
half-made weapons and armor bits and things that aren't finished.
Well, it doesn't look like there's much of any use to us in our journey here, but I thank you
Well, that's the
for
only thing. I was gonna
allowing
say,
me.
I was gonna say look around this main room.
Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't, other than
Yeah.
what was immediately apparent that things looked messed up and
All right, well then I'm gonna go in and investigate some of the stuff.
no, I'm not talking about the northern room. I'm talking
He's talking
about
about like the main room.
Okay, but
This
it's
room.
pretty obvious that whatever's in the main room is not off limits.
No, he didn't. He
Well,
said as long as we don't touch the forge, I'm gonna look around.
Okay.
Carefully. I'm gonna keep looking over at Ted to make sure that.
Yeah, I
I'm
look
not
to
crossing
see if
the line.
there's. Any...
Hey, Ted, buddy.
Hmm.
If we at any point like step over any boundaries, let us know before the smiting happens, because I assure you it's unintentional.
We will comply with anything you say. Just people make mistakes. So just don't murder.
Can you do that for us?
Acknowledged.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Okay, I'm
With
just
that said-
this desk.
With that said, I'm gonna look at this one.
All right, so doodly doo. Let's see. So you so you see that there are two things of any particular. I mean, aside from the forge itself,
Yeah.
which you are free to examine if you so desire. But there is only two items of interest. Let's see. You see what looks one thing that appears to, upon immediate inspection, looks like a sort of mace that looks like it would belong to a cleric of some sort. That looks interesting. And on the other, you see what appears to be a breastplate that has a gold dragon motif worked into the design.
Hmm.
And also the thing about the mace is that you notice that it seems to be faintly glowing, the mace. Like there's just a very, very, it's very faint at first. In fact, like you probably tell Fergus to, stow his torch or his lantern for a moment. And you notice that just very faintly in the darkness glows.
Hey, Ted.
I'd like to take a look at the mace, see if I can detect anything. Well, I guess what you just told me is about what it would be. Rescinded.
Wait, give me 1 sec.
For the record, Ted is so far my favorite being we've come across.
Ted's pretty great.
Well,
See,
considering
I
that
just like
he's,
that kind of creature.
considering that he is the third creature, or third living creature, I should say, or no, just third thing that we've met in a dungeon that didn't immediately
Okay, so
try
yes.
and kill us.
Okay, I just had to double check something. So,
No, wait,
okay, what
fifth.
was it you wanted to do?
Well, I was thinking of like handling and examining the mace to see if there's anything else that I could tell about it, but considering that it was well, basically aside from the faint glow, there's probably not a whole awful lot that I could tell without having to attune or make an arcana check.
Hey, you could try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am not.
I am.
I'm gonna say when it comes to yeah, I was gonna say when it comes to specified things like things that are clearly outside, like out of your class's range of expertise.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say an Arcana check requires proficiency.
Mind if I?
But you did say that it was built for a cleric. Would I perhaps be able to substitute a religion check? Or no?
You can make a religion check to see if maybe you could tell what sort of, maybe tell what the religion was for the cleric, if you want.
Well, sure.
When he's done, I wouldn't mind using Arcana just to look at it.
Probably just based on some kind of light-related god. I don't know, maybe Lathander, maybe some other light or light or sun kind of god that you can't think of off the top of your head. So maybe.
Mind if I take a gander?
Yeah. What do you?
I just want to try and identify what's magical about it.
Oh, and I'm gonna say is as soon as you pick up the mace, Ted looks over to you and he says, "The items do not leave this room."
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
We got it.
Understood.
Yeah. Mind if I just take a peek at it, Ted? Just
Well,
As long as you do not attempt to remove it from the room.
Yes, sir. That sounds fair. I'm just gonna. Oh my god! Could I stop actually rolling like shit?
You look at it. You can tell it's you can tell it's enchanted. With what? Fuck if you know, but you know it's definitely magic.
I'm blaming us all.
I mean, especially considering the fact that you're in a room with a forge that was
Yeah.
that with a forge that is legendary for being able to enchant things really good.
Say, Ted, would you be able to tell us the nature of this mace?
What the mace does is not of my concern.
All right.
My concern
you,
is
Ted.
guarding it and the contents of this room.
Thank you,
I'm
Ted.
curious. Well, I thought you were only guarding the forge. Why these things? Just out of curiosity.
Because your dungeon master misspoke earlier today.
What's a dungeon master?
Exactly.
Weird. Anyway,
Everyone
These things
becomes
always speak in
Deadpool.
riddles.
And then rocks fall from the ceiling and everyone dies. Alright, so
Well, I think we've spent enough time in this room, so...
what about the armor?
what about the armor?
That's a good question. What about the armor?
If you'd like to take a closer look at it, I'm sure you're welcome
I'd like to.
Alright, go ahead and make an Arcana check then. Or with this, you can tell
That armor's
a-
named after you.
what it,
Oh my god.
well here, you don't know this, but I'll just tell you. The name of these items are Lightbringer and Dragon Guard. I will just say is with your 21, you know that this is just a +1 breastplate armor that happens to have a really kick-ass golden dragon motif worked into it.
Damn. If only our big boy was around and he could wear that for be a member of Dragon Cock. If we were allowed to take it out of the room, which we're not, so we never will.
Well, breastplate armor is medium armor, is the thing. So that would,
I could wear that.
yeah, if you wanted, you could.
Yeah.
It would stifle your dexterity a little bit. It'd only allow you to do a +2 with that. I mean, assuming you were wearing breastplate armor, but yeah.
So Ted, what about that magic that summoned you? Do you know anything about that?
I was summoned here by a wizard of the mine to protect this room and its contents.
Do you know you must know what the wizard's name is?
I do not recall.
Do you happen to remember a race?
It was
Gender?
All you humanoids look the same to me.
who
And my
summons
many
me.
eyes.
It's not my concern. My concern is only protecting this room and its contents.
Okay, all right.
Just slight muttering. God, it's fucking.
It's like talking to a
Forge.
brick wall.
Well,
All right.
considering he's magically
Can I-
bound here,
can I take
he'll be here later.
Can I take a close look at the forge while not actually even like
Yes!
just looking?
I was wondering when we'd get to that.
Well, I wanted to, but I was wanting to look everywhere else first because I figured I might as well look at everything else in case something explodes.
So, okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
A bitch.
I will just say is with that, you can definitely tell it's magic. Very,
swear to
very,
God.
very, 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 very much. Yeah, that's 100% pure grade A magic we're looking at right here.
I swear to God, I'm contemplating a self-lobotomy at this point.
And out of character, I'm feeling kind of bad for how out of the loop Faergar kind of is.
Oh no, don't worry, we're gonna get to Faergar. This is just getting really interesting, is all.
Well, I think we've done about all we can here.
Yeah, he'll. I
Uh,
want us to bring you anything just for amusement. You know, a nudie mag, a drawing of a pretty beast like yourself. Anything?
I can play you a song if you're
Yeah.
a music lover.
Could try finding you a TEDette. You know. Anything?
We can play Have You Met Ted?
Yeah.
Have a TED talk.
Is he just not saying anything to our amusements now?
He's just kind of looking at you, and then eventually he just says, "Your presence is beginning to irritate me."
Okay, well, thank you
what's
for your
that?
hospitality, Ted. We're gonna move along.
Yeah.
Might
We'll
be
get out of
back.
here, hair or
Making sure everything
Eye
is
stalks.
left exactly as
Yep.
we saw it when we first entered.
You're looking very nice, by the way.
yeah.
Very
It's pretty stunning. A nice hat might really bring out your eyes.
yeah, like a feather, like a nice feather, and whatever. Anyway, you take care of yourself, buddy. You keep
Yeah.
doing the
As-
Lord's work. And then I step outside and I close the door behind me, and I'm like, God, that guy was a fucking asshole.
I
You
don't
gotta
think I'll
admit,
ever get
he's
used to creatures
cool.
speaking. I don't think I will ever get used to creatures speaking directly into my brain.
No, it feels weird. It's like some sort of
As he says that, can I use a message and just go, ooh, into his
That's
head?
not
Yeah.
like a telepathic thing though. It's basically.
Well,
I mean,
I've
it's
heard it so
basically
quietly.
telepathy. Yeah, it's basically telepathy. It's just a much more limited form of it.
It's a long-ranged whisper that only I can hear.
Yeah. Isn't that what telepathy basically is?
no.
No, because you need to breathe to whisper.
So, anyway,
Message in his head.
with that,
Ask me not about anything but the forge.
Gotta get back.
Past. Is that right, Jack?
that we
Check.
transition back to the city of Phandalin, where Faergar has recently just found himself after waking up in a pile of dirt.
Waking up in a pot, dude.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Corbin ain't the only one dealing with a lot of pot this last week. You ready, Drew?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, that's enough laughing. Please.
I'm gonna be
stop.
right back. I gotta pee really bad.
Thanks.
So, Drew,
Yes.
sure?
I am here.
Sure, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, hang on. Just,
Might need coffee in a little bit, but I'm good.
Hi, good. I'm Nathan.
Hello.
Facepalm.
Whoa. No, hang on one second. Sorry, I've got a bunch of things. I'll do.
I have a sudden sensation of someone, the idea that someone is looting your body, your dead body.
Hang on, I gotta shuffle some things around.
Faergar, are you okay? Are you okay?
Shuffling your deck of many things.
Faergar, are you...
I am here.
I hear.
Cool. Okay, so, all right, there we go. Sorry, I just had to shuffle some things. So yes, so you have returned to the city of Phandalin. You see, it's looking a lot more like how it was before the concert took place.
You feel a breeze drift between your thighs because you are again butt naked.
No, he put his clothes on before he teleported.
Aww.
We're not having another Onkoth situation. So anyway, yeah. So the like 90% of the folks that were there have, for the most part, cleared out. The stage has been pretty much almost fully disassembled at this point.
No.
And life seems to be returning mostly back to normal after the last kind of exciting couple of, the last like exciting, basically like week this town has had. The best / worst week that this town has had since its revival. So yeah, you're just standing right in the middle of town square. You see the buildings around you, and what's Faergar gonna do?
All around you are familiar faces.
You were in Wave Echo Cave 1 minute, next minute you were dead, next minute you weren't dead, and now you're back here.
Yeah, I think the first thing I do is kind of just like I look around really, really confused.
Drink.
Drink what?
There's a tavern in town.
I run over to the nearest person and I kind of like grab them and I go, "Where am I?"
Startled that this big dragon man is suddenly wearing armor, has run up and just grabbed him. He's like, "Yeah,
with his cock out.
You're Phandalin. You're Phandalin. Are you
No.
mugging me?"
No. I'm not here to mug you. I'm just very, very confused.
You're not gonna eat me, are you?
No. Absolutely not. I'm a paladin. I wouldn't eat anybody.
Will you let me go then, please?
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm really out of it today.
Okay, and so I assume you let go of him at this point?
Yeah, I let him go. I pat him on the back.
And he just kind of nervously walks, like kind of like not breaking eye contact with you until he's like a good 30 feet away, and then just kind of quick, like just really, really briskly starts walking back in the direction that he was going.
Is this? I kind of like look around again, and I'm like, I whisper to myself, like, is this real? Like,
I don't know. Do you want to roll to pinch yourself?
Sure.
Critical. You rip off your own arm.
No, critical. You accidentally pierce an artery.
See, I want to know how like a dragon type person could actually do
What
that.
should I roll?
What
What should I roll for the pinching myself?
I mean, he's not
Strength.
like fully covered in like it's not like.
I wouldn't know. I haven't gotten enough alone time with
like
the naked one.
I think he's like like leathery in parts, but then like full blown scales at other parts.
Just like my grandfather.
Yo, could you imagine having a scaly nutsack though?
Imagine it? Why do I have to imagine it?
Yeah, you pinch yourself really hard.
Guys.
Yeah.
This has absolutely nothing to do with what's going on, but it's breaking news and it's incredibly important that all of you know this.
Yeah.
The Emoji Movie has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That deserves a dab.
Surprising. No.
I've never seen this before.
I'm pretty sure didn't Paul Blart 2 get a 0%?
No, Paul Blart 2 got like a 2%.
Could you just send me the page to that?
Yeah, here. Oh my god, I can't. This is unbelievable.
I mean,
Did you-
I was honestly
the-
expecting it.
As soon as they announced that they were making an emoji movie, I was like,
Everyone was like, no.
everyone was like, yeah, no, that's not. That's like the least
No,
surprising.
I
This
knew
is
it.
the
I knew it
Jax
was.
film.
I knew it was gonna be dog shit. It's just 0%. No one enjoys this movie.
Okay, now I feel bad after playing for this long, and now we're interrupting Faergar's moment.
Yeah, what a
Eh.
dick.
It was very important that you all know that. Don't pretend like it wasn't.
So yeah, you pinch yourself really hard. You're pretty damn sure you're awake and alive.
I start running towards the town master's hall, and I kind of look for the dude in charge, the mayor person.
Big
So,
fat,
well, I assume,
big fat town master.
yeah. So you run. So you just like burst in through the door. Do you like start like profusely knocking? You know, like let
Yeah.
me in. You know.
Fella like that seems like his name would be Chester.
He has a name. I forget what it was.
I forget what it was too.
Well, you
I
know
could
what?
look
His
it up,
name
but I
is
don't feel
Chester
like it.
now.
No, he's not cool enough to be a Chester.
Chester is not
maybe
a cool
maybe he's
name.
like a Douglas,
No, name him Dorito Lord.
or maybe Roderick.
Dude, Roderick's a cool name.
No, yeah, you're right. That is too cool. Damn it. Anyway, so yeah, so you start knocking, you start like pounding on the door to the town's master's hall. And what is it? So yeah, you start pounding on it, and then eventually you hear someone coming up to the door. And you hear out what, and then you see Yarn Glassstaff, aka Yarno Albrick, opens the door, and like he just sees you, and he's kind of like, like he was not expecting to see you.
Glassstaff. What?
Faergar? You guys back already? What happened to your armor?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can you help me?
Wait, where's everyone else? Are you alone?
I am alone.
Where are your friends?
I don't know. The last I remember before I ended up here was I was in Wave Echo Cave. I was fighting this flaming skull and zombies. I died. I thought I died at least. And like I woke up in like this dark room, and it was just dirty, and there was this thing with a jackal head, and he gave me a choice to come back. And
okay.
Glassstaff, like, what is going on? I think you're the only one who can help me right now.
I think I should go get Sister Garrely. I think she knows Greater Restoration. And with that, he kind of like nudges you out the door, and like you make your way over to towards the cleric over by the shrine.
Okay.
Make an insight check for me.
I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, he looks really concerned for you. Looks very like he's like definitely concerned right now. So
At
anyway,
least-
Special
At
house.
least that pesky ghost is gone.
So anyway, you make your way over to the Shrine of Luck, and you see Sister Garrely there praying and doodly doo. And what is it? He comes over and he basically he goes over to her, and he tells you to wait for a moment, and then he goes over and he starts just like quietly kind of whisper talking to Sister Garrely, and the two of them eventually make their way back over to you. And
Gonna go crazy. Gonna go crazy.
what is it? Yeah, you see she starts doing magic in front of you. First thing she does is well, here, go ahead and make a religion check for me.
That's hilarious. I'm a paladin and I have -1.
You have -1 to religion?
I do.
You're stupid, okay?
How?
That's
He's stupid.
actually impossible.
He's stupid and he doesn't have proficiency in religion.
I thought being a paladin gave you proficiency in religion by default.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
one of the
Kind of like
options
being
you
a
can
bard, but you
choose.
can't play an instrument.
You're the worst paladin ever.
So
No,
You
the
think
worst
she's-
paladin
you
ever
think
would have
she's-
my stats.
okay, you think it's some kind of healing magic that she's about to, that she's and
Whoa, 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 whoa.
and she
Like,
taps you on the head, and magic goes through you, but nothing seems to happen. And she goes, "There, now you should be able to think more clearly." And Albrecht just looks at you and goes, "Okay, so what happened?"
all right, so I was in Waybucko Cave with the rest of my friends. We were fighting a flaming skull.
Okay, right? No, I got that part, but then after that,
I got knocked out, killed something, and I woke up in it's like a cave with no, there's nothing out to the outside world, no doors, no exits. There were two pots in the room with chests, and like this humanoid thing with a jackal head. And we talked for a little bit, and he gave me a choice, and I had to pick one of the pots, and if I wanted to come back. Like, he was giving me a second chance. And now I'm here in Phandalin.
and he looks over at Sister Garland, and he's like, "And you're sure that he doesn't have some sort of madness on him or anything?" And she goes, "Well, if Greater Restoration didn't do anything, then yes, either it's beyond my capabilities and he's mad, or he's speaking the truth." And he looks over at you and he goes, and he says, "What kind of a head did you say it had?"
Jackal.
Jackal.
As soon as you say that again, his eyes just kind of open like, "Oh shit."
What is it?
Oh dear. Did you make a deal with an Arcanoloth?
I don't know what that is, but I did make a deal. He said he'd give me a second chance. I'm no longer haunted by this ghost that's been haunting me for years. And he said I just have to do some favors for him.
Oh dear. An Arcanoloth is a fiend. A pretty darn powerful fiend. All I'm gonna say right now is I would not want to be in your shoes.
What do you mean?
All I want to know is if an Arcanoloth wants something from you, it cannot be good. That I can tell you for sure.
This doesn't have, do they, who do they serve? Like, what, are they, like, a servant of a god, or do they work with that crazy dude Garfield?
I don't know about any Garfield, but the Arcanoloths, they're one of, basically he just starts saying that the Arcanoloths are a form of Yugoloth, which are these types of fiends that that were created way back in the day by these demons, very powerful demons, and these and powerful witches. He says he doesn't know too much about them other than just that they used to, they used to work for these three hags because they kept records of all their names, and if you know the name of a Yugoloth, it gives you power over it. But the books but basically they became lost to time, and the hags eventually died, and so now they kind of just do what they want, basically, and they're not known for being particularly charitable.
Then why was he so charitable to me?
Because clearly he thinks he can get you can get him something. What that is, I don't know. But whatever it is, cannot be good. All I want to know is, all I know for sure is, you'd be hard pressed to cross one.
Well, I mean, I am
You may-
alive.
I'm not gonna. I ain't judging. You might have been better off dead. Is all I have to say on that. And with, so how did you end up back here? Is what I want to know. You said you said you woke up in a room and you just. Then what?
I was told to make a choice. He told me to smash open one of the pots. I did, and he said, "Do I want a second chance?" And I said, "Yeah." And the next thing I know is I'm here in Phandalin.
And then like he kind of points to, like the stuff you're wearing. He goes, and what's up with, like, gesturing to your outfit, because that's, and like the stuff that you're holding now, like the equipment that you have with you now, because it is not what you were wearing when you left.
It's all stuff that came out of the pot I smashed and he gave to me.
Well then, I don't know if I can really help you here, but best of luck to you about that.
I wonder if the rest of the party's still at Wave Echo Cave. They haven't come back yet, have they?
No, you guys have only been gone for about, I think at this point, because this is taking place, because what is it? This is taking place like immediately after Faergar died. So this is, I think at this point you'd been gone for about 3-ish days, because I think you took like a long rest.
Yeah, it took 1 day, and then we had
about a day and a half to get there. And yeah, and then you were in there for about a day or so. So we'll just say it's been about 3 days.
Glass
we'll just say. And right. He goes, hang on. So sorry, I was just clarifying about the time frame of this. So this is happening like basically yesterday to the people, from where we left off with the party. So yeah, he goes, you guys left about 3 days ago. So you said you were just in there not long ago, right?
It doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Then chances are, yeah, they're probably over there. But by the time you'd get there, they might already be heading back. So,
well,
I mean, you can go out if you'd like, but...
Will you come with me?
I still need to stick around here and help make sure everything's good to go here. And with that, actually, you see, make it... With no, you don't even need to make a perception. With this, you hear a bit of a commotion coming from the from up the road, towards the north side of town, and you see Sildar is running down the street, and he's like, and you hear him counting Albric, and Glassstaff looks over, and he looks over, and you hear Sildar shouting, "The orcs are coming!"
Wait. Glassstaff, I thought we took care of the orcs.
He looks over at you and he goes, "I thought you did too."
Well, looks like we're fighting side by side again. I'll help you if you help me get back to Wave Echo Cave.
He goes, "Look, we'll talk about this." Look, he goes, and then at this point, Sildar shows up. He goes, "There's a small band." He goes, "There's a small band of them. We've got about, I'd say, maybe 20 minutes before they make it to town. They have an ogre with them."
I kind of shudder at like.
The war flashback.
Yeah. Oh, ogres. Don't have very many good experiences with them, but I'm sure with if we band up a small militia with some of the townsfolks, and between Glassstaff and I, we can take it down.
What was it?
Stop working.
Yeah, I was gonna say what Mason said. Yeah, Ernest is still technically in town because he said he was gonna wait for you guys to come back. But yeah, basically, well, what is it? Basically, right now, the only ones you're able to gather up before the party shows up is you, Sildar, Glassstaff, and Ernest.
Well,
Basically, and
What are we, some kind of suicide squad?
what are we, some kind of Suicide Squad?
He said the thing. He said the name of the movie.
If only they had poison ivy there.
Holy shit, you have a question mark?
that is, look, that's literally the thing I had for him.
For
On
who?
his, no, for Glassstaff.
Oh.
Wait, didn't
That's
he
just what-
have
that's
a
just-
thing?
Yeah, I know. That's just, I think that was specifically for the. I think it was just specifically for the. I think it was tied with that location, the Red
Oh.
Brand Cave.
Oh.
I don't think it was actually tied to his character sheet. I think it was just, you know,
Hmm.
and I couldn't be bothered. So,
I can go draw you one and paint if you want.
how's about another time? So anyway, go ahead and roll initiative, Faergar.
Remember, the best tactic against ogres is to run up and let them beat you to death repeatedly.
Remember, the best defense is a good fence.
Yes. Well, on the plus side, you don't have to worry about getting up in their faces and dying before everyone else gets to you.
Because we won't.
Oh, I'm talking about the party, like their party, not us party. Not the party hardy like at 1699.
All right, calm down there, Weird Al. This ain't your Amish paradise.
That's what you think.
Living in an Amish paradise.
Once or twice, living in an Amish paradise. Man, maybe he will outspeed all of them with 0 initiative.
Well, aren't you, Mr. Lucky? The ogre rolled a 2.
Not like he could roll any worse, and then he rolls worse.
Damn. Glassstaff also got a 3.
Oh God.
You're blowing it, man.
Oh, wait a second. You shouldn't be able to see that. Give me 1 sec.
See what?
There.
Glass Steph's dex roll.
Yeah, it's blue. It should be. There we go. Okay, so.
What guy is Glassstaff?
The question mark.
Oh, what
Chris
happened?
Henry said his
Dino
character yet.
Lark.
I mean, he doesn't have his glass staff anymore. It's just easier to call him that.
He's very, mysterious.
Let's just call him No Staff from now on.
No staff.
Every time when the party's run, get fucked, No Staff.
I say as I am crouching on the table, holding the staff over my head and whooping. My eyebrows chime in for the chorus.
All right. So it's what is it? Sildar?
It's you, Sildar, Glassstaff, and Ernest.
Mr. Hallwinter, Mr. Albrecht, Mr. Bladesummer, yes, and Mr. Raygear. Against a whole fuckload of orcs.
All right.
I mean,
All right. I guess Sildar goes first.
Remember, there's no shame in running away screaming.
Actually, Ernest goes first.
oh.
Oh.
Okay,
He
now
rolled the
quick,
highest
Ernest.
initiative.
Quick, Ernest. Oko everyone.
Yeah, Ernest just.
Everyone in the town, everyone in front of you, everyone in the party, everyone.
Omae wa mo shinderu.
Nani? Just cue that high-pitched screeching that usually comes with these gory
Yeah.
explosions.
All I'm just imagining is like Hanzo dropping his alt.
Hanzo doesn't
You
use
go
a
on,
crossbow.
Gateki will go fuck yourself.
Give me 1 second here.
Haha, I can keep putting shit in the shit posting channel.
Ooh, all right,
Are
that's
you
what
gonna
he's
eat that?
So what Ernest is gonna do? Okay, he is going to do what?
I was waiting for you to say he runs away.
He's like, later, bitches.
He screams loudly, and the flat bear that has been riding around on his back runs away.
No, what he's gonna do is he's gonna pull out his crossbow, and he's gonna send a volley, of crossbow bolt attacks at doodly-doodly-doo, at
By the way,
all of these guys within 10 feet of here.
God damn.
He just has to make it. He has to make it as long as he has the ammo for it. As long as he has the ammo for it, he makes each individual shot. Yes, he's able to hit everything. So he's able to attack all 4 of the 6 orcs, as well as the ogre.
Wow.
Let's see how he does.
just fucking working that crossbow.
Okay, so
He hits nothing.
let's see. 2 misses and 2, 3. Yeah, 2 misses, 3 hits. Misses the
Not for
first.
nothing, but if he's able to do something like that, either it's like mega magic or that's not a crossbow, that's a repeater.
No, here's the thing.
No, we get that it's a ranger feat, but we're talking about the fact that he's doing it with a crossbow.
Plus,
Now
it's sick as hell.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ordinarily, you're right. He wouldn't be able to do that. Usually, that would only work if he
but
had
he's
a
got-
normal bow. But he's the crossbow expert perk, which allows him to ignore the reload of the crossbow. So it's not
a
the
repeater.
crossbow. It's that Ernest is just really fucking good at reloading crossbows.
It's just like tick, 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 tick.
Yes.
How does he not break it?
They have an understanding.
I feel like I'm gonna break this thing.
Quote from
Ernest is a
Brooklyn.
badass. And here come all the orcs. Because you guys managed to roll a 9, a 3, and a 3, so good
What do you mean,
job.
you guys? It's literally just Dylan and
Yeah, it's basically Dylan playing with himself.
I see what you did there.
Sounds like my always.
Nice.
Give me 1 second here. 1 second here. Let me check something here.
There is literally not a moment in which I do not have a hand on my.
Mason?
You cut out at the
You
end of
were
the
here-
sentence there, but I feel like that's probably for the best.
Yeah, and you were here for a week and I didn't notice, so God help me
He's
and
very
you.
stealthy.
No, see, I have another hand on my thigh.
Oh God!
Oh my
Sick.
god, that's what that was.
I thought that was your leg.
Okay, so yes. So now that Ernest has done his thing, it's the orc's turn. So let's see. That one is gonna run right up at ya, and he's gonna take a swing at ya. So let's see.
I have breastplate, a longsword, and a shield.
Okay, and you have your. I assume you have your shield out, and
Yep.
and let's see. Now let's see. Breastplate, I believe, gives you 14, and with the shield, so 16 would be your armor class.
Yes.
Well, it manages to hit you for 4 slashing damage.
Oh, that's not terrible.
And let's see this one. Oh, and I'm just going to preemptively say that before the fight, Glassstaff, he had his magic wand. He casts mage armor on himself before the fight. I'm just going to
Okay.
preemptively just to clear that because you guys kind of knew ahead of time this was coming.
Yeah, nifty bifty.
So let's see. So
Hacker.
Faergar should totally cast Hunter's Mark once he gets the opportunity.
hey, how about don't tell the level? Hey, how about you don't tell the 50-year-old ranger how to freaking kill orcs?
Not Ernest.
I didn't. I was just impressed.
Yeah.
I was also talking about Faergar specifically.
Yeah.
I don't have
And see,
hunters?
also, you get it as you should have Hunter's Mark as basically a spell that you get from your paladin path, whatever.
Oof. Okay, Glassstaff takes a pretty decent slashing from that. Oof. Even with the mage armor.
Huh.
And then this guy's gonna run over and take a swing over at Sildar.
Hope they don't finish the job that we didn't finish.
That one misses Sildar. That one also is gonna run. Run over. He's also gonna go at Sildar.
Man, how fast?
That one
does
also
it go?
misses. This one's gonna run up. And actually, he's gonna run up and take a swing at Ernest.
Man,
That
these are
seems
some
like a
fast
mistake.
orcs.
Yeah, dude. They have
left.
they're aggressive. As a bonus action, they can move up to their speed towards a hostile creature that it can see.
All right, thank you for clarifying.
Your characters don't know that, but I'm just letting you know. That's why they're able to move so quick. Because they're very, very aggressive. But yeah, that one crit failed. Yeah, you can't hurt. How dare you attempt to hurt Ernest?
How
And the
dare
last
he?
one's he's gonna run over and attack Faergar.
How did your attempt at hurting Ernest go?
And
Pretty
he
good,
missed.
it doesn't seem.
All right, so that second one missed you though, fortunately, and it is now Sildar's turn. He is gonna use his long sword and take a first. He's gonna take a swing at the one in front of him. That hits for good damage. And then he's gonna use his second attack, which also hits, but for not quite as much damage. Well, a lot less damage actually. But it looks like he hurt that orc pretty decently well. All right, Faergar, it's your turn.
Cool. Real quick. So, Talon is basically a versatile long sword. So if I just took Talon and took away the +1,
Subtract one. Yeah, subtract one from the roll and -1 from the damage. Yes. So, and just to give you a quick, the one. Yeah, no, you. Doesn't matter which one you were swinging at, you miss.
All right.
It'd be really embarrassing if he managed to die after being resurrected.
I think
He comes back to that.
About
He comes back to that fiend he made a deal with, and he's like, "Wow, that did not take long."
Can I get a mulligan?
Yeah, and then like and then there's another note on the second chest when he busts out and it goes, "This is your last fucking chance."
Jeez. See, I like to remember we just
He
get
dies
back.
again. He comes back. He's like, "The fuck did I just say?"
Hey,
fell in
hey,
a
I'm
rock.
sorry. I'm sorry. Without guts around, I undercooked my meat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't as
Died of
thoroughly
food
cooked this
poisoning.
time. Okay, so anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
He dies again. He's like, "All right, this one's a little embarrassing. I did trip in the shower."
Yeah. But to be fair, those showers are actually death traps.
Anything?
No.
So it's been talking me into the spiked shower head. I don't know what I was expecting.
I don't think that shampoo is actually shampoo. I think it's just acid. Oh god.
You have no hair.
Bring out my eyes.
Oh.
I blinded myself with shampoo. You're covered in scales.
Oh yeah, but that's not an excuse to not take care of my body. How to make the Archfiend just not resurrect you or bring you back just to kill you himself.
Oh, I'm
God,
crying.
who's the idiot who's supposed to be bringing me whatever I'm supposed to be setting you out for? Oh, Christ.
Oh,
All
did
right,
you
my
guys hear
turn.
me
It's
wheeze?
Glass
I don't
Staff's
usually
turn.
do that.
Glass Staff's turn.
I mean, unless you want to do anything else with your turn.
Nope.
You already used your action. All right. Then yes, it's going to be Glassstaff's turn. And what he is going to do is he is going to take the opportunity attack, and he's going to take the attack of opportunity and take a step back. Oof. Okay, yeah, he's looking a bit hurt. Oh man, he's looking pretty decently hurt right now. But and what he's gonna do is he is gonna cast
Meteor.
Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I know that one. He casts Fireball. Yeah. Wait, I forget. Does anyone have the Fireball spell?
Nope. I have a scroll.
Oh, yeah, wait, that's right. That's the third level. It's a third level. All right. I'm just gonna have them collectively make a Dex save.
A single collective save. But yeah, like, what is it? Like 3d10?
Yeah.
Something?
Here, someone look that up for me real quick. They all saved. Basically, he's gonna throw a fireball, and it's gonna basically scorch this first row.
Right,
The front line.
Let's see. Fireball, 20-foot radius sphere. Where the fuck is the damage? 8d6 on a failed save. Half as
Oh
much.
wow,
on
they're
a
all
failed.
screwed, huh?
It's gonna hurt.
I mean, they take half of that, so.
Still gonna hurt.
I wouldn't want to.
46 Yeah,
Oof.
46 is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh. Hot damn. He clears out the he scorches the entire front row.
Jesus.
I yell out to Glassstaff. Nice job.
That's what wizards are for. It's what they're supposed to do.
Really?
Yeah,
Because ours just jumps out of barrels and makes weird jokes.
Hey, to the sun.
Hey, guys, it makes you really glad that when you first met him, you caught him by surprise and disarmed and took away his focus.
Yeah, it does kind of a little. I'm glad he's on our side now.
So, yeah, because no joke, he
He probably could have kicked our asses had I not immediately disarmed him of his staff.
I mean, it was like, dude, just disarm him. His name is Glassstaff, not a glass staff. What is he? No Staff McGee over there.
Okay, so. All right, so the ogre, with its turn, is gonna move right up on. It had to use its dash action, luckily for you guys though, and oh wait, you know what? No, hang on, scratch that. It's gonna move about like part way, and it's gonna throw a javelin. It's gonna throw it at Sildar.
It has a javelin,
Yes, it does.
not like a pillar.
Nah.
Are you sure it's not?
It
just
looks
a
really
sharpened
okay.
log?
It looks hilariously disproportionate. It looks hilariously disproportionate. I mean, like it's still decently big. Like it's like a really big. It's like somebody took like a really large tree branch and like sharpened it. You know, so it's like a bit big for you, but it's still kind of small-ish for him.
Like Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force pitching a back scratcher.
Oof! And he hits Sildar, and it looks like it hurt him pretty decently there. And that's gonna be it. And that's gonna be Ernest's turn again. And
I just imagine him getting impaled with like a tree.
No, it's actually just like a regular sized javelin. It's ridiculously disproportionate.
so it's all right. What Ernest is gonna do is he's going to. One second.
Volley again.
Against the two opponents. Nah, he's gonna go bear. He's gonna Hulk out basically and pull out his silvered short sword, and he's gonna take a slash at this orc right in front of him. And he hits him and slays him. Dead orc.
That orc dead.
And then he's gonna run over and slash at the ogre with his second attack.
Because he also has the extra attack feature.
All right. And he does a pretty decent stab into him. Looks like it hurt him a little bit there. Yes. Yes. Anyway, and with that, that orc is dead. It's going to bring us back to Sildar, who is also going to charge in, and he's going to take a couple of swings at the ogre. Okay. So, and he does it takes a decent chunk out of him. Takes a decent chunk out of him. And that brings us over to Faergar.
Sweet. So these are 5-foot squares?
Yes. We're back to 5-foot squares.
All right.
God, it's a miracle.
Just for you, baby.
I want to run over, and I'm going to hack at him with my long sword.
All right. Any spells or just a straight up just attack?
Just an attack for now.
All right. Okay, roll damage.
So it does 7.
Yes. All right. And then with that, Glassstaff's going to move over here, and what am I going to have him?
Chill touch.
I don't think he knows that.
Nah, he doesn't have chill touch. You know what? No. What he's gonna do is he's gonna cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell. Want to just look up what the Mason? Do me a favor. Look up what the how many d6 am I rolling for this? Because I mean, it's a guaranteed hit. It's Magic Missile. It never misses.
Magic Missile, I think it's like 3d4, but give me a quick second.
Magic Missile, more like Magic Never Missile.
Exactly.
Got it right here. Let's see. A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage, and it's 3 glowing darts at 1st level.
So 3d4 and then 1 extra 4. So 3 plus, so 7d4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 1 more dart per spell level above 1st level. You got to put a space there, buddy.
No, there was an accident. I accidentally put a semicolon.
Just roll.
Okay.
41 of them.
Okay, yeah, that does a considerable amount of damage. The ogre is not looking too hot right now, and it's surrounded right now. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna pull out its big old club, and it's gonna try to lay the smack down on Ernest because he's the biggest, loudest, just looking motherfucker right now.
Flat Bear, protect me.
Oh my. Here's the thing, even if it had advantage, it double crit failed.
I hate it when that happens.
He drops it on his own toe.
No, okay, he goes up for he's gonna raise it up behind him and go for the slam, like the two-handed slam, but as he's he gets some blood on his hands, and it slips out as he's doing the swing around, so it just goes soaring just across the square and I don't know, goes through a window or something.
He's like,
God damn it.
He's an ogre, not Tim Allen.
What's the difference?
Da, 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 da. Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed a 9-foot tall, 800-pound man on fucking Home Improvements.
Yeah, okay, so anyway, We go back to
But it was
Ernest.
actually the Loch Ness monster.
But it was actually John Travolta.
Okay, so Ernest is gonna. Oh, hot diggity damn! Ernest just got a crit.
How dare you strike at Ernest?
How dare you attempt to strike at Ernest? So let's see here. No, yeah, that's. Oh yeah, even without the crit, even without the crit, Ernest just finishes this thing off, just with a couple of well-placed Okay, so I'm imagining he he jabs like the first one he goes like right in the knee, right, and like he makes the thing like kind of fall, and it like kind of gets down on its other knee, because like it can't really stand, and then Ernest like jumps up and then just stabs it right in the heart to finish it off.
Nice.
Just and it just thud, just collapses to the ground dead.
I personally envisioned something a bit more gruesome, but hey, it's your character. The character that you own.
Do not steal.
My character is Umbra, the hedgehog. Do not steal. Original character.
Original character, donut steal.
All right, so, and with that, Faergar has helped helped the town fend off the what appears to be the remnants of the orc invasion from before. It seems that there was still a few left, and came back and found their buddies dead, and it would seem they were out for revenge. But little did they know, they were the ones being revenged upon.
Revangered.
Exactly.
Reveginald.
Yeah.
So yes, so you so da 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 da.
Dude, that's
Final
my favorite
Fantasy.
part of Final Fantasy 15. Where you finish a fight and like one of the characters actually does that.
Am I level
That's my
5
favorite
now?
so far.
From that, I need a character who's like bent on some sort of like form of vengeance against someone who slighted him, and I will name him Reveginald.
Yeah. Am I level 5 yet?
No.
No one knows
Boom.
his actual name.
It's his real name, and he
Yeah,
got it
no.
before the whole like revenge thing.
All right.
No, it's one of those self-fulfilling prophecies.
All right. So who is looking like more like I guess like the worst right now? Is it Glassstaff or
Definitely
Oh,
Glassstaff.
Yeah,
Or
they're both decently hurt. They're both decently hurt. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah,
I'll split my healing touch between two of them, so I give 10 to each.
And then Ernest
Okay,
completely
yeah.
shows you up with some super magic healing.
Yeah, Ernest. He also knows cure wounds, and Sister Garrily shows up and also help. Like you've got 3 people in town who know how to heal.
Yeah. Also, you have beds that know how to heal.
Anyway, but yeah, so you heal up, doodly doodly do. So yeah, so you've so they thank you for your assistance, and I'm guessing you spend the next amount of time explaining your predicament to Ernest and Sildar,
I do.
right? Yeah, and
I will not
Sildar.
pronounce you man and wife.
May now kiss the bear.
But yeah, so Sildar he expresses his concerns and wishes that there was he could try and help you with the deal. And Ernest, he just like looks really like he's still roided out, big buff Ernest. He's got his arms crossed and he's just like kind of looking down, shaking his head. And he's like, yeah, and he just tells you that nothing good can come from making deals with fiends.
If only someone told me beforehand.
Yeah, but I mean,
Except for
hey.
when we did, when he traded his blood with a cat.
That's the thing. It's like, this isn't like, oh, hey, upfront deal. This is kind of like just a caught him off guard of, hey, welcome back to life. Yeah, sure.
Like I couldn't help but notice that you're starving to death. Would you be willing to sell your soul for a sandwich?
Seriously, though, I'm hoping that Garfield and that thing fight exclusively to see who gets you. I mean, basically, we're
I
not
would
getting,
sell
like,
tickets for that.
except for you.
All right.
It's around a lifetime, folks. Great Deals Warlock versus that horrifying creature. Take your bets.
So
anyway, yes.
Anyway, so I'm like, all right, never mind this business with the fiend. Can we take some time, rest up, and would it be possible for you guys to help me get back to Wave Echo Cave and meet up with my rest of my adventurers friends?
Ernest tells you that
Meet back up with my favorite dad venture.
I was gonna say he tells you that with how far away that the cave is, by the time that you get there, the chances are they might already be heading back if they're not already on their way. He tells you that it might just be best if you wait for their return.
All right. Well, I will go join the sister at the Shrine of Luck then.
The adventure friends?
Yeah, adventure friends. It's like super friends, but adventure.
I was gonna say, yeah, that sounds like some... Okay, anyway. Okay, so yes, you join Sister Garrily over at the Shrine of Luck. She's just quietly over there praying and doing cleric-y things.
I walk over next to her and I kneel down, and then I start praying.
Oh, you're not. Never mind.
All right, two of you start praying to your respective gods.
Actually, I start praying to Bahamut. He is the dragon god of good, and he was my former deity back when I was a palace guard.
I see. Do you pray anything specific?
I'm praying about just everything that happened. It's like, how did I get so far off? The Paladin way. He's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I've made a ton of mistakes. I got involved with people I probably shouldn't have got involved with, and being who I am got me into this mess that I am in now, and it's time to change. It's time to go back to the Paladin ways.
It's like, man, God, I don't know where it all went wrong. I mean, first, I lost my tail, then I got thrown into a dungeon, then then the warlock cast a curse on me. Oh man, and then I became an alcoholic. Oh man.
What?
Oh, and then I got beat up by an ogre repeatedly.
See,
and then I got roasted alive, and then I sold my soul to a demon. Oh man, what a wild ride it's been.
And you may ask yourself, how did I get here?
I'd be like, that's not my beautiful body.
But
this is not my beautiful body.
Wait a second. I just realized something. This body of yours actually does have a tail. Just realized that. I forgot.
You have a tail again.
Yes, you have a tail again.
Tails.
So I also bring up. I bring up the fact that there is no ghost haunting me. It's gone. And it's like, my head is clear for the first time.
I can see clearly now.
Now the ghost is gone.
I can see all obstacles in my... Oh, fuck, another ogre. That's definitely an obstacle. Right, but all right, so
I figured, as a I probably spend a couple hours doing that, and I head back to the Stonehill Inn.
All right, and sure, you go in, and the tavern guy is a bit surprised to see you because he heard that you were blah blah blah. And what? So I'm guessing you're just explaining this to like but you're explaining how you died and got brought back by apparently.
No, just shorten it to I died, but I got better.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put that
bit.
in the shitposting chat because I feel like it's very relevant to Faergar's character.
Give me.
Yeah. I remember back once the dugout wall. We did this.
I mean, in all fairness, that is basically that is Faergar. Like almost like an incredible amount of the bad things that has happened to him since since we started playing, has been just him making bad decisions.
Yeah.
I am going to blindly charge into this room.
I'm talking to the innkeeper, and I'm like, I explained the situation, and I'm like, look, I don't have anything. I need a place to stay.
Well, you do technically have 15 gold.
Oh, that's right. I tell him I don't have that much gold on me, but
I think it was only like a gold piece a night or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forget what the rate was. So
I mean,
yeah,
it's not
you're
like
fine.
It's, the royal palace. It's
You're fine.
in
And
a small town.
besides, what is it? After everything you've done, he comps you for a couple of days till your friends get back.
sweet. So I'm gonna go
But
up.
he says you still have to pay for. He says you still have to pay for any booze you drink, though.
That's fair. No, I don't even drink any booze. I just go up, I lay down, long rest.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming after fighting the orcs and praying for a couple hours and talking to people at the end that it's getting pretty late.
Well, yeah, we'll say that.
In any event, you're pooperinoed, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog barking.
Yeah. So yeah, and honestly, I feel like this is a good place to call it. Not gonna lie. I like the progress we've made.
Yeah.
And
I love
I'd like
how-
to not go. I like to not go too much further, considering what with Denmark. I think we made decent progress in regards to
With her face
I mean-
exploding.
because I mean, hey, you guys found the forge. Faergar is alive and got to fight some orcs. Yeah, and
I love how excited Del got over me doing good things.
Wait. Oh, you mean how excited Corbin got? Del
Yeah.
doesn't know. Del thinks you're dead.
Yeah.
Everyone that's not in town thinks you're dead.
Yeah,
I was
I
excited.
met Corbin.
It's cool to see Faergar grow as a character.
Yeah, man, dying really gives you a lot of perspective on things.
Wow, have we really?
I would say almost dying, but no, he just straight up died.
Yeah. Actually died.
No, yeah, for realsies.
I almost
Well,
died
for the
before,
body.
and that didn't do anything.
I'm gonna laugh when the way that we solve this problem of him making a deal with a fiend is basically that Garfield shows up and is like, "Heard you're muscling in on my territory."
And then Garfield actually just fucking eats him.
No, Garfield walks in like he walks up to Faergar, like rolls up his sleeves. He's like, "All right, bitch." He's like, "Only one of us can lay claim to your soul. I got first dibs." And he just like reaches his hand into your chest, freaking devil.
Into his mouth.
Your soul. I came to collect, bitch.
Now, see, I like the idea of like Garfield reaching into like his open mouth
Oh god! Just reaches down your gullet, pulls out your soul.
Oh. Oh.
He's like, all right, have fun with the rest of your life. I'm taking this later. And then he just and then a Garfield hole opens up behind him, and he just like arms stretched out, just falls back into it, and you just hear the fantasy Costco jingle.
I'm sorry,
Like-
what?
Followed by him screaming, "Shut the fuck up!"
I'm so scared.
Man, that
Did I miss
was
anything?
crazy.
What a day!
Yeah, I know, right? The party's dealing. Yeah, I mean, the party's dealing with the first death of a fellow party member. You know, Faergar, he has to deal with being a party member that died, but then got brought back to life because he sold his soul to a fiend, basically, more or less.
I do find it a little bit odd how quickly we wound up going from, "Oh no, our party member died, sulk," and then it's like, "Oh, hi, Ted. I'm gonna name you
Look,
Ted. You're a
there's-
cool guy, Ted."
There's only so much you can do when you're faced with what could possibly be a beholder.
Yeah. Plus, it's one of those things where right now my character is half in.
Oh no,
shock
he.
and trying to
Oh no, no. Eddie knows that's not a beholder. That's a spectator. It's a lot like a beholder, only not.
Yeah, I got it,
nearly
thanks.
as powerful.
Thank you, I got
No,
it.
It's like a beholder, but he's got to pay for an entry ticket.
So wait, are we all done for tonight then? Or did I miss something?
Looks that way.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually like really on the fence if I wanted to take the offer of Faergar coming back to life.
But you felt
was
like his
also-
story wasn't over
And then
yet?
you come back and you just play as the spectator.
Well, I was
Okay,
gonna say-
you could hang out with us if you wanted. Sure.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, I was gonna say. I also really hoped. I was gonna say. Well, I'm glad you did, because otherwise, I'd have to throw. Otherwise, I'd have to throw out a bunch of stuff I had ready.
Oh.
Like I mean, you know, like I had a no. This was like my freaking contingency plan. Like, all right, and then he'll more like, because you know he wants to keep the character and do, and then it's like, then you say no, and I'm like just opens a drawer, takes a notebook, lights it on fire, drops it in the trash can, lights the notebook on fire, drops it in the trash can, face palms. It's like, no, I'll just stay dead.
I was ready. I mean, like, I started off that whole conversation with the fiend that way. Like, dude, this is the first time I've been at peace. I don't have that ghost nagging me. Like, everything's.
And then the ghost was right there too. Yeah, he was just quietly like, "Hey, nah, I'm still here."
But he's not
I
following
lived,
me
bitch.
now.
I lived,
just
bitch.
hiding.
I don't
Imagine
have.
how evil of a ghost that would be if, like, all of a sudden just one day, oh, hey, stab the gnome. Well, I thought you were dead. Nah. I'm from
That's
you.
funny. Never know.
I got better.
Like,
My former
pretty sure
ghost-
That's the ghost of stabbing gnomes.
What if we just, like,
wait. No, okay, hang on. The ghost doesn't actually come back. Faergar just randomly stabs at Eddie, and he's like, yeah, no, the ghost made me do it.
I wouldn't be
The
the
ghost that
wiser.
I'm still possessed by made me do it.
If I ever found out, I'm pretty sure I would go from best friends to I'm trying to light you on fire now, just for the idea of, oh my god, why?
Okay, so now here's the twist. Faergar didn't actually come back to life. He's just now playing as like a dragonborn paladin-shaped homunculus.
Here's the real.
No, it turns
twist.
out he's
Faergar
actually-
was never actually possessed by a ghost. He's just an asshole.
Yeah.
Turns out Faergar actually isn't alive. He's just in a limbo that looks like an exact recreation of the world. So the party goes into town. He's not there. What orc attack?
Mhm.
Welcome
See, I
to
also
the
want to
Twilight
get
Zone.
back and he'd just be dead and we'd be like,
We're getting into some deep shit here.
No, I'm just kidding. That's
No,
not
I was
true.
gonna say new Faergar is haunted by old Faergar, and the ghost of old Faergar is still haunted by the original ghost. So it's just like,
like Ghost Nappa.
So now he's got two ghosts. His original ghost and the ghost of his old asshole alcoholic self.
yep. No.
We're all weighed down by the ghost of our past. I'm helping.
I am curious as to why it's like a fresh clean start. Like I got a whole new tale.
A whole new tale to tell your tale?
Yes.
What are you gonna do with your new tail?
Yeah, interesting.
Dude, I'm gonna wag the crap out of that.
That could be taken grossly out of context.
Yeah.
That was the point.
I can imagine, like, we see you, like, we're all freaking out about you being alive. Like, guys, I got a tail. Look at it. Look at it wag.
What, sort of like how girls freak out when a skirt's got pockets?
I also feel the need that I should clarify, because she might not be here when it happens, but Denmark has remarked to me saying that, and I'm going on record by saying this because she told me it has to. The second Sokka finds out that Faergar is not in fact dead, she's going to tackle hug him.
Oh,
yay!
This is something that must happen because she said it would.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she was supposed to call me back after she talked to her friend.
To call me, maybe?
I got a
Just talk to
Facebook
her, right?
update. She said something
Fucking,
about it.
It's either probably the motherboard or the power supply.
Well, yeah. Well, I was probably not. Well,
No, she said her computer shorted.
Yeah, motherboard probably shorted out.
Yeah, it shorted out. So that's what's going on.
okay. Well, yeah. As long as she's able to replace what needs to be, yes. And she was I remember on the phone, she actually was kind of freaking out because she was scared that she'd lost all her art stuff. And I was like, no, look, trust me. As long as nothing happened to the hard drive, it's all there.
Yeah.
Because you can literally just take a hard drive out and stick it into another,
Yep.
It's not that hard.
So yeah, she said that made her feel a lot better. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully she'll be able to get that situated.
Yeah, be nice.
So yeah.
All
Thoughts
right.
and feelings. Thoughts and feelings on the session.
I want Ted to be my pet. That's the kind of shit I love, the Beholder-esque enemies.
Dude,
Uh-huh.
dude, you
Yeah,
gotta use your
almost
magic
certain.
to take over that summoning spell and make it your pet.
I know. I want to know how. See, that's why I was asking about the magic.
I know, that's why, you need to stop rolling crap for your Arcana check so you can be like,
Yeah.
oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Fucking, I
you're
can't
mine.
roll well. Who am I, Mason? Actually, it's more of me before this D&D thing.
Okay, bruh. You know what I got to say about that?
Friar pan.
We're waiting.
Now I can roll to hit things.
Oh, I mean, you have a pretty easy target with those ginormous eyebrows.
A
Good
lot of
job,
unarmed
you still-
strikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got to say about that.
2 of those strikes hit.
Yeah,
If you were
what's his-
attacking Faergar with his shield up currently, only 2 of those would hit.
Oh no, I was hitting at Nate,
Oh.
talking shit at me.
I'm just gonna
Oh, well.
fly.
Well, what's your dexterity modifier, Nathan? IRL.
Probably not super high, but probably higher than my constitution and strength.
So, like, what do you think? It's a +1, a +2, maybe?
Plus 78.
What are you fucking Usain Bolt?
No, I just tripped really, really, really awkwardly, and he can't even read it because he's like, what the fuck?
No, that's not how dexterity works.
Dexterity is you maintaining balance.
Dexterity is not a product of luck.
It's totally it. It's totally it.
Like, dude, what's your strength? 85? That's not possible. I ate some beans.
Oh, there goes Nathan.
Alright, I think I'm gonna dip. This was a super awesome session.
That was cool.
Corbin's so happy right now.
I'm very happy.
Okay, so you guys know that one scene in Stitches with the cat that I was talking about?
Yeah.
I found it.
Oh boy.
All right, I'm gonna turn off the stream.